or something like you should have something that you doing for yourself. I feel like it's certain things you should be doing for yourself. If you're not even doing these things for yourself or trying to even tap into yourself to see who you are and see what you can do, then I don't think you should be getting upset if women ain't checking for you.
Yeah, but women check for men, bro. It's because it's more than it don't matter what you got going on. That's what I'm trying to tell
But
you.
it'd be like, right, but then it'd be like, now in my maturity, I'm realizing like what type of woman is checking for you at certain stages in your life.
I had more quality women when I was sleeping on somebody's couch, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But what happened with it? What happened with it?
I wasn't interested because I was on a couch. It was my thing.
But and it's the thing, right? There was quality, but they have an anxious attachment style, which the more you probably would have started smoothing your life out and getting more stable and consistent with it,
they would have been done with me.
Yeah, bro, yeah. That shit's crazy.
Because that's what I mean by something going on.
So it's like how quality is they, bro?
But that's just most women are dating a fairy tale,
and that's psychological. Yeah,
that's why women would be like, oh, you changed when we did our date. Like, no, I've had a woman be like, you said this, and I'm like, no, I actually said this verbatim. Yeah. Like, yo, you did say that. Yeah, because you weren't listening. You had already decided, like, this.
She's like, yeah. That's what he's saying now.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I don't.
He never had my greens.
Right. but women will be like, he told himself somebody else. Like, no, I was sleeping on somebody's couch, bro. You gave me a ride to work, remember?
Yeah.
I didn't lie to you at all.
She's like, I'm gonna build him up.
Yeah. You actually liked that I wasn't lying.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna build him up.
You grab one of them for her.
They delve into brotherhood's heart. Manhood's role, how fathers start. Bringing women for their views. Can join in, sharing truths and new. Coach Brotherhood takes the lead. Dennis Smith, haircut, energy, Jason Fowler, J-E-S-U-N, music plays. And Jeremy just likes. With wisdom he conveys.
Instead of sports beats, I got my little sports topic I wanted to bring up.
Yeah. I had a little note about it.
Lessons learned firsthand. Unity in every word, different perspectives always heard. This podcast is a guiding light for every soul seeking insight. Coach Brody takes the lead. With Dennis Smith, Mr. Haircut, and Jason Fowler, J-E-S-U-N, music plays. And Jeremy just likes. With wisdom he conveys. Join the conversation. For the conversation. A journey through life's foundation. Brotherhood, manhood, fatherhood. Together understand the good.
Welcome to another edition of the Brotherhood Manhood Conversation Series presents The Conversation for the Conversation. I am Coach Baruti. We also have Jason Fowler, Jason Music, Jasunmuzic, Jason Music.
That's me.
Devin, Mr. Haircut Man, the man with many jobs. lots of. I like to. One of the ways I found myself describing Devin when I was talking to somebody about him, I said, he's a young man who has a wealth of wisdom. He's a young man with an old man's wisdom, and old man's knowledge. He's been here, right. So then we have Jeremy Just Black Davis. Jerry, you know what? The next time we do the show, I'm gonna do your introduction. I actually was kind of working on it a little bit.
Okay.
But chocolate?
Yeah, what? but ladies and gentlemen, we have Jeremy Just Black Davis from Just Black TV. The Arrogant Asshole. What are you doing now?
The Gorilla Boys.
The Gorilla Boys.
Florida
Hoops Legends. And then joining us once again, one of my wife's favorite guests, men guests. It's Bubba Brown. I want you to know, man, when I'm watching you when you do your show, she is telling me what to put in the chat. She's telling me what to put in the chat. So Bubba Brown from On the Bench with Bubba and Pink. And today we're gonna go over a few topics that well, as always, the reason that this platform exists is because it's a place where men can speak with intention to provide our perspectives about how things are in the world from our perspective, so that the women in our lives and the women who want to be in our lives can have access to this information, so that when they're considering being with us, they have better information. Right? So that we can, as my wife likes to say, to be together, we just gotta be together. Right?
But look, the word together is to get her.
What?
The word father is to sack.
The word mother is, I don't know, something her. Where's the him?
Shout out to
Where's
shout out to Hope.
Where's
The word father.
him in?
The word father.
Father's two words.
But I
Father's
guess
two
her-
words. Fatten her.
But her
That's the job.
Her is an androgynous word, though. If you put the parentheses around the H and the E.
Okay.
Just a little game for y'all.
So
That's what you be telling them.
Nah, it's like when people put family in and they put the parentheses around the ILY. You know what I'm saying? That's
what they
you know,
you so real.
I'm just chilling, man.
Yo, man, you can, man. Okay, I'm a back
That's
up
funny,
off that.
man.
Yeah, I'm a back up off that.
A woman was telling me about that Jay the other day. I ain't gonna talk about what. I gotta talk to her about it. It's cool though. It was good though. She was like, "Man, all this nigga."
You picking like fish in a barrel. You know her. You like, what did you tell me about her again? You know her thing again, Jay.
No, man.
Okay, so before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Sarah. Sarah is the producer for Zoe's show, and she's actually having Zoe Williams. She's having she's in a situation where her health is in. She got to sit down. So I want to give a big shout out to Sarah. Big shout out to Zoe. I was out in LA not too long ago, and I got to sit on his mansion show. It was a little bit after the Charlie Kirk assassination, and as soon as we did the show, they pulled it. But it's back up, and we weren't. I don't think we did anything against Charlie Kirk, but just to say, but his name being mentioned in the hemisphere was like red flags for people. So we pulled it, but the show has been put back up. So if you get an opportunity, go to Zoe Williams' morning show, check it out. I want again big shout out to Sarah. She's his producer, and she's great in the background. If you've never watched his show, the voice in the background is Sarah. Sarah without an H. Okay. So that being said, which direction are we going to go in first? You know what? I'm going to do this because some of this other stuff is going to really take up a lot. It's going to start flowing, and we'll have to. So, Bubba got something he want to present. So I think that's a good place to start, because if we get into some of this other stuff, we may not get in. And, you know, yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll kick it off then, because now I want to preface this because it means a lot to me, so I can get a little emotional. But that don't mean I'm right. Okay.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So y'all argue with me as you may, because I know Black is on the other end of this.
Yeah, that's my rule of thumb. I'm gonna be passionate, but I don't care about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We just talking.
that we all mature.
My overall sentiment has always been this, right? Because I come from an HBCU, Bethune-Cookman,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And so I placed this on my platform once before, is behind the question, what has Deion Sanders done at Colorado that he could not have done at Jackson State? And that is the premise around it, right? But overall, where I'm coming from with this is that a lot of coaches come through the HBCU ranks and basically use us up and leave for what they perceive to be greener pastures, but that's never the case. And I have like hundreds of different cases like that. And the thing is a lot of people at the time, especially with Dion specifically, right, is they come and the argument around it is money, is the HBCU facilities, they'll never be able to compete, and this and that, and that's why they go into what is a bigger school. But that's just, what my argument is that, okay, if you sit down and just see it through, then HBCU football can be as big as whatever you guys want it to be. You understand? Because like when Dion was at Jackson State, we had Dion there at Jackson State, got the #1 player in the world. He hasn't done that at Colorado yet, by the way. Mm-hmm. And getting all of these 4- and 5-star guys to go to Jackson State, that's him. But then you also got Willie at the same time at HBCU, the same years at FAMU, who's actually had the best HBCU football program. It wasn't Jackson State. A lot of people think that, but it wasn't. It was Willie at FAMU. Now, Willie was getting a lot of 4- and 5-star guys as well. He ended up leaving to be a running backs coach at Duke. Okay? Mm-hmm. Then, okay, you fast forward a couple of years, and then also at the same time, you also got the old Tennessee running back. Damn, help me out. But he's Eddie George. Eddie George is over there doing his thing too, which I think he's been the most important HBCU coach of all time, because he called out the fact that the state colleges were underfunding HBCUs. The states were underfunding HBCUs. They got like $1 billion settlement over that, okay? Because they were cheating us out of a lot of money. So that's a part of the reason why HBCUs haven't been as productive, because they were cheating us out of a lot of money. Eddie George and his staff was a part of that and figuring that out. Okay? Then now you got Deshaun Jackson, who's coaching one of the best HBCU footballs. You got Michael Vick there. If you just give it some time, you know what I mean, we can get there. But if you guys are just got it in your mind, you're just gonna come to HBCU because nobody else want to hire you. Deion Sanders is one of the best football players of all time. Yeah. Look, now Florida State. Look what he did for Florida State. Now he want to coach. Florida State won't even give him an interview. Wouldn't even give this man an interview to coach.
That's where he wanted to go.
And so HBCU is the only place that will allow these guys to coach. Bro, it was a guy.
A good point.
Remember that guy from he works on ESPN to this day, white guy, offensive lineman. No coaching experience. Never coached. Jeff Saturday never coached a high school team. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, he's the head coach for the Indianapolis Colts, bro. All of a sudden, bro. Never coached a day in his life. Dion was coaching. All these guys, Eddie George was coaching.
Right now, he
couldn't even get an interview. No, that was last year.
You know how much time he spent in that organization.
Yeah, it was a good couple of orders.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Look at Dion and look at Eddie George. Look at all these guys.
Let me ask you this.
It's like Mike Vrabel right now. Mike Vrabel over there.
Yeah,
yeah.
All these guys. If you play the NFL, you have time with all these.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Who was the other high-profile people you named that's HBCUs?
Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick, Eddie George, Dion.
That's like half a dozen. When you say that Dion contributed to that being the wave of high-profile guys.
It was before Dion too, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was, yeah.
Who was before?
Eddie was before Dion. You got
See, if it takes you too long to think about it, I mean,
it's not taking me too long to think about it. It's just at the top of my head, but it was a lot.
This the thing though. If you
none as high profile as Dion, of course.
Well, Dion's one of the greatest football players ever played.
That's what I'm
saying.
Yeah,
so it's hard to say. I mean, what am I going to go after that? Tom Brady?
But it's like
he's one of the greatest football players ever.
It's like this sentiment, right? So this is not related, but I'm related in this way. So it was like all over the blogs that Big Sean and Aiko broke up, right? Mm-hmm. After 10 years, they broke up. And all the headlines was, he wasted her time. 10 years, he wasted her time. Because that's how we look at the end of something. But there's an end in everything. So the time we spent building something, it's not a waste of time. We were building something. Mm-hmm. And then somebody else took the head. Like if you paid me to remodel your bathroom, and I'd be like, I got it all done, it's just I wasn't able to get the correct tub and the correct toilet. You got to find somebody to do that for you.
But was it all done?
Are you
It's not all done.
But I'm just saying. I'm saying. if I leave it half finished and then somebody completes it, did I waste your time?
Yes, you didn't even have completed. Dion didn't have complete nothing.
How not?
Huh?
We were talking about
You didn't win nothing. You didn't you didn't change anything. You didn't spend enough time there to do any of that stuff.
He changed the culture to now that you mentioned Jackson State. That matters. And the same thing he did there, he did in Colorado. Well, now you mentioned Colorado. Now they're not a great team now, but they were a 1-11 team before.
It's just a horrific argument, but I understand what you're saying. But it's like saying the sky is dark at night.
No, it's like saying that
it don't do nothing for me.
It's I know because you attached to it, but the thing is, if there's a better opportunity, there's a better opportunity.
What makes it better? There you go. What made it better?
Money profile.
I think only he could say that.
Yeah.
It would be so many variables. You know what I'm saying?
It's they feel like it's obviously you're gonna get better funding. You're gonna have
better funding to do what?
A recruit?
To recruit.
But he recruited better at Jackson State. Why is that? Because they told me that. No, and this is hindsight, right? Because they told me at the time I made these arguments, and this was before he got to Colorado. He had just signed. They said he's going to get better funding to be able to recruit. And I told them this ahead of time. How are you going to be able to recruit better than what he did at Jackson State? That's just not possible at Colorado. But they're saying more money. They're going to give him more money. Okay, but he hasn't recruited better at Colorado than he did at Jackson State. That's a fact that we know now.
More money matters though.
But I'm telling you that we have the information now. That
so the thing is, you would think. So this is the thing, because you just made a good point. But so I'm going to believe. Okay, so now this is a good thing I could put it with. Naturi Naughton, right? We all know who Naturi Naughton is.
No.
She's
actress from Powers. She played.
Okay. She was in like 3LW. She was in something.
She did 3LW.
Yeah. So she was hired to an agency, and she was acting right. So Ryan Coogler had a short before Ryan Coogler was Ryan Coogler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he wanted her to be in it. But her agency told her that if she took the opportunity that they were going to drop her.
Mm.
And she was like in a process of filming like a series for one of these platforms or whatever, you know? So she turned it down, even though she wanted to do it, but it made more sense to stay where she was because it was the bigger platform with the most funding and the most potential for her to get to where she felt like she could go at the time. So, but what ended up happening was that short by Ryan Coogler ended up getting nominated for all these awards and winning all these awards. Mm-hmm. And the series that she stayed with that agency for ended up getting canceled after like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
And she said that she learned a valuable life lesson about prestige, about the illusion of prestige versus the opportunity for potential. And so that goes hand in hand with what you're saying. So I'm going to feel like if I get to this school that's in this conference, that has this much money for me, that has a facility that looks like this, then I'll be able to go here and get these people and show them this campus and get them to come out here. And so you feel like that's going to happen. Because where you at this HBCU and it's like, we got a rinky-dink facility. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We don't have much money to go and get who we feel like we need to go get in a time right now where you got to compete financially. So you feel like his grass is green on the other side, but then you realize that it's not.
But even on a different level though, some things are systemic and structural on purpose. It's not like black people own HBCUs.
No.
So it's meant to be a lower level.
And it's not an accident that the funding is not.
Yeah, it's not an accident.
We can talk about what it should be, but I mean the truth is.
But it's going to take us to build it up to what
no, but
saying.
You can't build
what I'm saying.
You can't build something you don't own. That's
what are you talking about,
right?
We don't
own the.
If you can franchise,
that has nothing to do with
it. Does though.
We are here. They were there.
I'm gonna tell you why though. Just because you say it's black owned don't mean the Asian lady don't own it. or a white man don't
nothing to
own
do
it.
with what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
it does,
No,
though.
it don't.
What
I'm talking about winning football games.
You can still
This is what
set
I'm
a
talking about.
precedence. You can
That's
still
all
set
I'm
a
talking about.
precedent.
This is what I'm. This is why
I'm
it.
just talking about winning
This is
football
why it
games.
matters. What I'm saying is the same people own both, so it's designed to be on a lower level on purpose. It don't matter who you put in there. It's like the president of the United States. It don't matter who you sit in the chair.
No, but somebody can change it. But somebody can always change
How
it.
you change something that don't belong to you?
Reggie Bush just changed the whole Heisman situation, bro. It's possible. But somebody can always change something, bro. We can't do that.
No,
We can't do that.
Not in this case, Jay, because it's not ours. They use us.
The Heisman Trophy ain't ours.
Okay, that's a trophy. I'm talking about a systemic thing.
Black, you so far off. You in the
I'm
stars right
not
now.
far off.
Listen.
I'm not far off.
You're talking. We just on a different. Like
No,
we're in a different book.
No, because you speaking lower level. I'm telling you that it's designed that way. The same people who control one thing control all of it. It's not a separate thing. It only seems separate to you because it's HBCU, and it means it's colored and it's black, so that means that it's ours, but it's not ours.
I'm not saying it. You never heard me say it's all. You never heard me say it. All I'm saying is if these guys stay.
Y'all been waiting to do this.
Yeah, because he always been against it, and that's fine. It don't make me wrong. But that argument is crazy because all I'm saying is if these guys stay in place, okay, it changes the HBCU football culture and the wins, and then you can. Dog, teams, they move into different divisions and conferences all the time.
Okay, so what I'm getting is what it sounds like I hear you saying is. Go ahead.
So you think an HBCU can make it like they'll allow them to graduate to like the ACC or SEC? Is that what you're saying?
1,000,000%.
I'm telling you
teams
that
do that all the time.
I'm telling
Look
you
up
that
North
it
Dakota State. Look up like these teams that started out as NCAA. No, I'm saying other schools.
I never heard of an HBCU even challenge.
I know you have not heard about it, but what I'm telling you is there are other schools that start out as
has an HBCU done.
God, can you give me a second to get it out? That start out as Division II and Division III schools that enter Division I.
Right.
Like, you know how they do that? It's because they win over a certain amount of time and dominate their conference, and then they move up into a different conference. That happens all the time.
Like even a Boise State.
You know what I'm saying? That happens all
They won enough, so it was like, okay, we gotta put y'all in a better conference.
The point that I'm making and that he's alluding to is HBCU is designed to be that way. It ain't
designed
like the Clippers are designed.
What you're saying is right, bro. Okay, it's designed to be that way, but that doesn't mean that it can't be radically changed.
What did you say before that? What you saying is right. Let's move on.
No, because with you, right, you always like go to the point to make sure that your point is correct. That's the black way. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna make sure my point is 100% correct.
How dare me?
So that's it. Like you don't try to like step out into the fringe and then you be like, I'm gonna stick with this. And so it's like you're right.
And that's what Diaz.
It is designed that way, but so many things was designed. Things was designed for Devin to not have his barbershop. Things was designed for you not to be, you know what I'm saying, where you at in life. Things was designed for me not to make it from the situation I grew up in. Like, that shit is real, but it don't matter, bro. Like, we can change it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can change it.
So
Michael Vick is a felon, bro. No, Michael Vick is a felon, bro. He went to prison, bro.
So did Donald Trump.
But no. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. Michael Vick is your color, bro. And he went to prison for dogs. You know how them people feel about pets, bro. He ended up getting another $100 million contract in the NFL. He ended up being a commentator sitting at a panel full of NFL greats, bro. Now he's coaching, but it's not supposed to happen.
No. That's a great point. So what did Vic do to get back in the good graces? He had to play the game. He had to come and do the dog commercial.
He cut his braids,
cut his hair, and so like he had to acquiesce to the system.
He had to
the system is the system. Bro. Everything you're saying is he played the good Negro to the system.
No, but listen,
and I'm not knocking him for it.
He did what he used the system to benefit his agenda. That's the same. That's all. That's Black is saying. you can use that same system to benefit your agenda.
And that's what.
But you have to stay put.
But guess what though? That's what Dion did. He used it to work the system. He never wanted to coach at Jackson State. To his point, that's the only person that gave him a chance.
That's terrible. Look what you're saying.
So what?
That's awful.
But
so what? You know what? So what is? Because now he's at Colorado doing what's perceived to be a terrible job.
Yeah, mollywop.
And now he's never going to get another coach opportunity again after that, dog.
Dion will always be Dion.
But I'll say this though, we're bystanders. We don't really know what his agenda was.
Well, what he did.
I never said what his agenda was. Now that's Black who said he knew his agenda.
Well, he coached his son. He coached his son through every level. He coached his son through every level of football.
Yeah, so it looks like he would make sure his children got there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like to me.
And he got his.
I don't know if he
got his son into a PW. Had to give him a better chance.
Because they grasped.
Shadir could have went to any PW.
Remember they broke into his car.
He did a good job.
Remember they broke into his
He got
car.
his kids playing ball on the
Yeah, they also broke into his office at
But
Colorado.
what I'm saying, because at Jackson State they broke into his car.
But they also broke into his office at Colorado, but we didn't hear about that on the national level. We heard about the car break-in at Jackson State.
That's real. That's
Y'all know they go through all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like you taking it like as an emotional stand where it has nothing to do with us. It truly does not.
It has everything to do with
it. Doesn't though. It doesn't though.
Why would Willie leave FAMU, the number one agency
to be a running back coach? That's crazy.
Because they pay them 4 times as much to do that.
And it's also you feel like now you have an opportunity to climb the ranks to get the maybe coaching a D1 being a coach at the NFL level.
But when you have like 20, 25, 30 examples before you that shows it just hasn't worked out that way.
That's like the same thing you said for HBCU. The same thing you said for HBCU.
There you go.
You think you're gonna be the one?
Okay, so what I think I'm hearing you say is someone someday
needs to stay and see it through.
Right.
I don't think Vic gonna leave.
Right. But so now in order for that to happen, so what I'm hearing you say is
they don't want that.
If Dion, when Dion took the job at Jackson State, if he had been willing to sacrifice other opportunities and build at Jackson State, it would have been more beneficial to HBCUs across the board in terms of moving up.
They would have became a powerhouse.
Yes. In terms of moving up and then being able to compete with Georgia State.
When I was at Bethune-Cookman, bro, we beat 2 Division I colleges. We had the best HBCU coach, in my opinion, of all time. Shout out to Jenkins. Okay, they make you believe that we can't compete with them. We beat 2 of them that year, but we had a lot of 4-star, 5-star guys. Because it's it sounds crazy, but when you get a great coach at the HBCU level, they pull that card. Like they able to say, hey, HBCU, this and that, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And also, not for nothing, basketball, we already there. You don't have to move up.
I think that's the part.
HBCU basketball teams, they make the tournament. You can make runs and stuff like that. We've had a team to make it to the Sweet 16. Right. I know a lot of people make, I said you can't. It sounds.
But I think that a part of the part that you're not really getting is it's not about the talent or the competition. It's designed to be this way. So like for some reason, black people want to be pro-black, but rely on white dollars. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. You rely on white dollars anyway.
So when you have to go talk to the man that's behind the curtain, and it's a white dude, you can't be like, why black people keep doing this? Because we have to answer to the white dude.
Dick Gregory said, there's a conversation between the Indians and the Cowboys. And the Indians said, why is it that every time in the movies the Cowboys win? The Cowboys said, when you Indians start making some movies, y'all can win.
Right. That's pretty much it. That's the gist of it, man. Like Until you build it, you can't be like, man, why did he leave for greener pastures? Because they own all the pasture.
But somebody, I mean, ultimately, what I'm talking
what Bubba's saying is real because he went there and it's a flop.
But listen, ultimately, what I'm
You can't
hearing,
say it would have continued to be a flop if he stayed.
Yeah, but he doesn't go there thinking it's a flop.
Yeah.
And I think
Of course not.
I think he's just trying to get in the best position he could, especially and in that point he was like grooming people close to him. So I think he went more for that. I don't think he cared about. I don't think that was a discussion in his decision making. That like, should I stay and make this school great?
Right.
what you're talking about,
long term. Like, I don't think he cared about that.
but ultimately, you're talking about sacrifice.
Yeah.
You're ultimately talking about sacrifice, but you not only have to be able. You not only have to. So what we're talking about is the energy of sacrifice. So not only do men who are like a Deion Sanders have to make the sacrifice, but the players who are like a Travis Hunter also, we need more players like that to make the sacrifice in order for what, in my observation, in order for what a suggestion to work, we have to get a coaching staff that are willing to sacrifice and players of color who are willing to sacrifice.
The players are the easy part. The coaches are the hard part. Because the coaches are able to get the players every time.
Okay, so help me out with that then.
Yeah.
How is it easier for the players than it is the coaches?
Well, because everything in college sports, even basketball for sure, but football as well, everything runs through a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why when you get bad football teams, the coach is the first thing to go, and then you get a good coach, and all of a sudden the team is turned around the next year. You know what I mean? Everything surrounds the coach in college sports, and so they are able to recruit those guys. That's why he was able to recruit the Travis Hunters and the kid from Sanford, all of that. You know, at Jackson State, that's easy. It's just easier to do. The hard thing is to get a great coach like that and then keep him there at HBCU. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I can see the game and I know the game. I just wish the game was different for them. Like, it takes the sacrifice. But when you get in and you're like, oh, you know, I love the HBCUs and our people and this, and I just want to change this and I want to see. And then all of a sudden you go in 2 years like, bro, just quit the cap at the front door. And it's not just Deion. I'm not making this about Deion. Deion is just a big figure so people can understand what I'm saying. There are other coaches that
it's a different game though, bro. You talking about how the NIL has changed the landscape where players make more than a coach at Jackson State. So that goes all across the board to medical staff.
I don't think Jackson State have the money to pay the player more than the coach.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you feel like the player ain't another school.
So that's what he's saying. So NIL gonna pay the player, and he'll be making way more than the coach.
Yeah. So it's
like, imagine you got a Nike deal and you at Jackson State. Bro, you got more money than what your coach gonna get this year.
I mean, that'd be par for the course. That'd be par for the course in a lot of levels of sports. Even in the NFL, you got a player getting $30 million.
Right now,
yo, Nick Saban said I'm out of this. If Nick Saban say I can't do this, then what do you expect?
That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
It does though.
They had the players. Every team, the Eddie Georges, the Michael Vicks got the players. Now the Sean Jackson got the players. Now Deion had the players when he had it. Willie had the players at FAMU. The NIL has nothing. They got the players. The players were there. They were performing. They were winning. I'm saying stay there for a couple of more years to see where we can go with this. You understand? That's all I'm saying.
So you're making a plea for. So it sounds like you're making a plea for prominent coaches who go to HBCUs.
Yeah, stick it out.
To stick around long enough. Especially
because we the only ones. You wouldn't have had this opportunity nowhere else. Because what's the safety name from Miami that was about to coach at Bethune-Cookman? Ed Reed, that I've been wanting to coach for 10, 15 years. He is not on the coaching staff. You know what he was before that interview with Bethune-Cookman? Before that situation, you know what he was? He was an analyst at Miami Hurricanes, the school where he dominated at. Yeah. You know who get analyst positions? Seniors who don't play football. He was a teacher's assistant, basically. He was like a teacher's pet. Ed Reed, one of the greatest safeties of all time, who wanted to coach. Miami Hurricanes were awful at that time.
So even with Ed Reed, you think Ed Reed gonna play the game? Obviously not.
No,
he didn't even make it to
because you
He made it out.
were against him being exposed.
It's so much deeper than just like, hey, just
we
stay
the only
here.
ones that want to even give him.
Yeah, but everybody knows what Henry was saying too.
Yeah.
He was saying like they're not gonna take care of them. They're not even taking care of these kids. The living conditions were terrible. He started talking about the facilities.
He was dead
He had
wrong.
problems.
He was 1,000% wrong, and that's why he's at where he at though. He coming out with 2 back-to-back hurricanes from a private institution, and that's we don't need.
So
you think he was dead wrong?
Yeah, but he was.
But he was.
But that's why he hasn't gotten any more opportunities.
He's saying he's a whistleblower, but no, I think he was right. Yeah,
you know what happened with
that is why he got in trouble. He was a whistleblower.
You know
he
the
worked for the
1,000%
school.
truth on Ed Reed? He took the job before he visited the campus. Who does
What does that have to do with
That
it?
has everything.
No, it
to do
doesn't.
with
Because what you saying is, oh, he came from Miami. It's a private institution. What did he expect? So it's like you saying, hey,
I didn't say that.
But that's what you alluded to, though.
That's not what I'm
Okay, so what are you saying about him not visiting the campus?
What I'm saying is he had no idea the nature and the status of Bethune-Cookman after back-to-back hurricanes.
Bethune catfished him.
What are you talking about? He had back-to-back the hurricanes, and bro didn't even visit the campus.
They catfished him, man.
Yeah, but either way, man, that was an opportunity to have a black coach who knows football, and that it didn't work.
And he said, I can't cook in this kitchen. It's gross.
And it wasn't him, it was them. Like, he said what he said, and yeah, he could have handled it better, but they got rid of him. So it's not like he didn't get rid of himself.
Yeah, because
he did get rid of himself.
Fired.
No, but okay, so
he spoke something that was true, and they fired him for speaking without talking to them first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for not being a teacher's pet, he got fired, bro. He didn't leave, he got fired.
But why not hear out the plans? Like to understand, okay, what are we going? Where are we going?
Because to your point.
Wait. Who is that question for? Ed Reed or the administration they fired?
For Ed Reed.
Right. So
you gotta fire him.
But
the man is on IG Live on a golf cart riding around talking about of course this is how the campus look. We just had back-to-back
to your point.
Talking about?
To your point. If Bill Belichick went there and got the job and he said, this place is disgusting, look at it. You think they would have fired him?
Bill Belichick? Bill Belichick wouldn't have done that.
Man, how you know?
Because nobody has done that.
That's how we know. They only brought up his.
Huh?
How do we know nobody else done that?
Nobody else has done that. No, Ed Reed was completely out.
I don't know, man.
I don't even want to get to this.
I don't know what his intent was, but to me it seemed like he was like, and yeah, he was talking.
It sounded like his passion for the kids and the conditions that they were in.
He was challenging the school to correct the condition.
Yeah, right.
Because he realized they didn't care.
He was speaking up for the children of
already
the school.
correcting it. We talking about
he didn't have no skin in the game. Yeah, he didn't have no skin in the game.
We're talking about a week after back-to-back hurricanes. What did y'all expect?
Okay, wait a minute, hold on.
What did y'all expect?
Okay, you
it's like if I just get hired somewhere. I've been hired somewhere for a week and I'm at HR talking about this manager and this supervisor and I'm about to get fired.
You said what do I expect? That's what I expect.
I don't have no skin in the game, bro, to be doing all this. They be doing all this whistleblowing.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's what I'm saying.
So let's play this. Let's stay where y'all at, right? So y'all saying, hey, stay here and make a change, and then we try to make a change, like you don't got no skin in the game. Yeah, it's a lose-lose.
He wasn't there for it, bro. He wasn't.
It doesn't matter, dog.
That's not a good point, bro.
It doesn't. It is though.
That's not.
How that's not a good point?
He wasn't there.
Okay, so if he stay 2 years, he's still behind.
Still behind what?
The 8 ball, because he now got enough skin in the game. Because 2 years is still not enough skin in the game to make no changes.
Okay, but you come in.
Which is what Dion just learned.
Okay, but entering that situation, he was aware of that.
Y'all gotta stop.
No, listen, bro. You gotta listen, bro. You gotta listen, bro. Because you never admit when somebody got a point, bro. That's crazy. So,
you the one who's not listening. I have a point.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I always say you have a point. I literally say you make sure you always have a point.
This is why I'm leaving.
Come on. Come on. I make sure. One thing you're gonna do is make sure you have a point, bro. You don't just throw things out. I throw things out there.
How dare I have a point?
No. What I'm saying is, I like when I converse and have conversations and debates with people, I throw stuff out there for it to build and for it to come back and whatever, because that's okay. But you're like, I'm not going into this motherfucker without one point I can nail home and like plant my flag in. That's what you do. There's nothing wrong with
It's
that.
the American way.
Hey, bro, but I have no problem with it. I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when these coaches, to Bubba, when you sign up to be a coach at HBCU, you already know that you coming into it at a handicap. You know that.
Okay.
You signing that out of desperation.
You know that.
Nobody else want to hire
Okay, Jack.
Y'all don't like each other.
Huh?
Yeah.
Y'all don't like each other, you just need each other.
He said volunteer work.
No, but you just gotta know.
And who the fuck would sign up for that?
Why? So don't come. Just don't coach then. Because the white folks you done played for and sweated out and being a warrior for 20 years, they don't want you there. So just don't coach.
You got.
Ain't nobody putting a knife in your throat and they can't coach.
So
Don't coach.
Hey, but
Don't coach then.
But what's going on is the same reason why we don't have an all-black Negro baseball league anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like all the greatest players were in the Negro league, and then when MLB started letting them play, they went to play.
That's a decent.
Because-
Come on, bro.
because
That's why we don't have no all-black football
they
league.
didn't stay.
Yeah.
Because who gonna like? You think the opposition is gonna let a small league come up and challenge them and like take all the good players? No, they're gonna make the deals unbelievable.
That's all I'm
And you
saying.
can say,
And you
the
won't
same
compete.
thing about.
And then guess what?
Tell him he don't know.
And then you're gonna get there and then get that big deal. Then you're gonna fail, and then you're never gonna play a coach again after that.
But okay.
That's
So
crazy.
I think that's what.
And to see
but is it,
a thousand situations like that before you and to not understand that's what's
okay.
gonna
So
Yeah,
if
but
that,
you're
if,
saying-
hold on. Okay, go ahead.
But you're also saying that like just because they go, they're gonna fail. When they get this opportunity, they're not thinking they're gonna fail.
But if I see
You're
if I-
acting like they're planning to go up here
Black
and
is
just
about
lose for more money.
Black is about to cross this street, right? I've seen 100 people cross
He's just
this
sitting
street
there
in a
looking at
row
the data.
and
He's
get
presenting
hit.
the data.
And get hit.
He's presenting the data.
I'm telling Black, if he crosses this street right now, he's gonna get hit because I just seen 100 people cross the street.
But
Yeah, I get the data,
He's
but
like,
then,
nah, I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because
I get the data,
Because
but when I
I'm
put the
stuck
touchdown,
here. I don't want to be stuck here. I'd rather die than be stuck here. That's what y'all don't understand.
That's crazy. Let's go
No.
to the next topic, please.
Okay,
no, but it's more than that. 'Cause imagine you. But that sounds good, bro. But when they put the offer on the table and they be like, all right, 20 mil. Nigga, you never had 20 mil.
Bro,
You never had 20 mil.
No, fuck y'all.
And another thing.
So
That's not a good point.
So-
I'd rather die.
No, that's
That's
wrong
the
because
point, though.
I mean, that's fucking cool kid take, but that's the
Yeah.
point of a lot of things, bro, where you're like, you know what? I can stay here and I can do this and I know how it's gonna look, or I feel like I know how it's gonna look because of how it's been looking. Or I can venture out there and try to see what's out there. Now you get out there and maybe nothing out there for you.
I think he definitely got challenged anyway.
But it's like human nature to
I think he
feel
got
like
challenged by his peers.
if it's
You know, white
something,
people be
you know,
like,
a lot of artists say,
You're a good coach, but that's that league.
Yeah.
They giving y'all
Hey,
trash
that's
teams,
exactly
bro.
what it is, though.
Colorado was
Yeah.
1 in 1,000 in the last 5 years.
No, they was like
FIU
they had like
is
a
1 in
goose
1,000.
egg.
They giving y'all trash.
The season
It's like
before.
you know.
Wins.
They
Worst
giving
team in
y'all.
the league.
They giving y'all the fucking.
They
yeah, you
gave
can't
me
deal with the devil. They was like, we know you gonna bring eyes over here, but we suck though.
They giving
So
y'all the
right here.
chitlins and the coons and the possums.
yeah.
That's what they giving y'all. Then you think they giving y'all 20
That's-
million?
you know-
They giving y'all the chitlins.
But to
and
me,
the
it looked like
hogs.
It looked like that's what.
to me it looked like a
big.
big it looked like a big like somebody was trying to join a gang and they had to jump him in. You know what I'm saying? So like what happened was he needed a coaching job and they shitted on him. So then he was like, man, I can go to this black school and run it up. He went to the black school and ran it up, and then the white people was like, hey man, what you doing down there? And he like, man, I'm winning. I told you I'm one of the best. And then when they hit him back, they kind of like, yeah, but that's like the little nigger league we give you, or the little black league. Man, you couldn't do that with us. You couldn't do that in Division I. So it looked like a call out to me.
Yeah.
And then the man answered the call, and he was like, man, knowing Prime, he probably was on something like, man, you can give me your worst team, and I'll still ball out on y'all.
Yeah.
And they was like, all right, Goose Egg team, show us what you got. And he was like, all right. He stepped into the next round, and he actually showed them. But to keep that consistent was unreal with everything they put against
You know what they showed him? You know what he showed them? He showed them with the same players that he had at Jackson State. Now, with the new players that he got at Colorado with all of this new money and facilities and all of that, he couldn't do anything. He only did something with the players he had at Jackson State.
He's still doing better than he was.
He
ain't. What are you talking about?
He got a big budget though to try to prove it. He proved it for 1 year. The next year didn't work. So you're saying he should have never did it because the next year didn't work? It worked 1 year. He thought he was going to keep going.
It worked the year that he had the players from the black college.
So to your argument, should he stay a little longer to see how it works out?
He has. He stayed longer at Colorado than he did at Jackson State. And it's working terribly. And not just him. For every other one that has left. Look at Willie at FIU. Look at this Eddie George over there bowling. It's the same for all of those guys.
It sounds like a terrible thing to choose. What do you say?
To choose the chitlins? Yeah. But I'm going to tell you something. Y'all all right. You're right. In that it's the challenge. And then they do present you with the offer that you can't refuse. I understand all that. It go back to the coach's point of the sacrifice. So it's a sacrifice. So I do want them to sacrifice.
So somebody,
and that is asking too much.
Yeah, so somebody say, yo.
So I'm giving you
the same job you do right now. Come teach it to the hood, and we'll give you $20,000 a month. You got to live in one of these apartments, though. Mm-hmm. You gonna go?
And what you saying? Then after that, then what? Then Duke University is going to offer me $1 billion.
I can't promise you nothing. I just want you to help the black people right now.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. Then what?
Okay, so you're gonna take $20,000 a year, and you're gonna live in these.
That's not the fucking. What do you think these guys are getting paid? What do you think these guys are getting paid, man? These guys are still getting paid $500,000, almost $1 million.
So the answer is no.
That's nothing though, man. When Prime went, the contract was outrageous.
Let me tell you something. You know,
they all bought new chains.
We're gonna
from
change.
$5 million to $250,000. That was the contract.
We're gonna change, but do you know that FAMU offered Willie the same contract? The same contract.
About Prime, but
I'm talking about all the guys because I don't want to make it just about Prime. But you know they didn't. You know,
fell for the same trap. It sounds like
it is. It's the same trap.
So
so you blaming them for falling into somebody else's trap.
Yeah. What I'm hearing everybody say is 1, the programming is real.
Yeah.
2, someone someday.
Yeah.
3, why not me? If you got to believe in something, why not believe in me?
Believe in me. Pimps, they pimping, man.
Because even they showed it, right? Because even with Jackson State, Deion showed, Travis Hunter and Shador, they both went to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? One of them went first round, so he picked.
Look what they did to Shador.
I mean, they did him dirty for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying?
They're playing them, but they're good, man. He shows like.
But if you can, you can stay.
It ain't for whatever reason.
Stay here and
consistent.
I mean, right? But I'm trying to get to that right now. But I'm saying, like, if you can stay here and you can consistently show that we're sending kids to the big leagues, you know what I'm saying? It will begin to change things because at the end of the day, everybody I talked to that went to HBCU, they like. It's like a religious experience. You know what I'm saying? Like they go back to the homecomings every year. Right. They wear the memorabilia. Like it made like who they are.
The Classic is coming up in a couple of weeks or so, and you can bet your behind Central Florida we're gonna be wilding out. BCU and FAMU.
Shiloh was just on a podcast talking about his experience at Jackson State and just talking about the vast difference of how different it was from that to Colorado and how much of a better time he had at Jackson State and the experiences and all this.
He said it's a great place to find a wife.
You know what I'm saying?
It's another way of saying what you just said is, and that because I'm a little older than you guys, so what I've gotten. If I'm going to sum up in a few words what I've gotten over the years from people who attended HBCUs is they said it felt like home. They were cared for. And it's like the difference between going from middle school to high school. I used to tell children all the time, I talk to the school, I say, listen, you're going to miss us when you're gone. Because they were cussing you out, calling you out, you know, that kind of thing. I say, well, trust me, you're going to miss when you're gone. And then it never failed. Their first week of school, all of those 8th graders who went to 9th grade are standing outside the middle school, and they just left because they want to get back on that campus because of how it feels, how safe they felt. So for quote unquote black folk who go to an HBCU, I think those feelings are the same. But I don't think what you're asking is wrong, but you're asking people to sacrifice, and for the most part, people don't want to sacrifice. Because it is a sacrifice. That means you're missing. You are personally missing out on something. You are personally giving up on something.
No, not 100%.
Yeah. But again, if we don't have folks like that who are willing to sacrifice for those who are coming behind them, it doesn't change. It's like you're asking them to be Moses.
Yeah.
Right? Lead everybody to the promised land, but you ain't gonna never get there.
Yeah. Maybe.
No. Moses never got there. You ain't gonna never get there. But that's what sacrifice is. Knowing, like me sacrificing for my children.
Yeah.
I'm trying. The goal is for me to create an environment.
Yeah.
For them to have something that I've never had.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right? So what you're saying is not ridiculous. But at the same time, is it practical?
Who's gonna do this?
Is it practical?
Because
it's happening now, but it's created it's like opening doors. Like, well, you got Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick and Eddie George. I mean, these are like top tier names. You know what I'm saying? These some of the most exciting players that we ever seen. You know, Eddie George is a Hall of Famer. Michael Vick ain't getting in. Deshaun Jackson ain't getting in. But these people were like some of the most must-see TV people. You know what I'm saying, on Sundays. 100%. And so it's like, now we just gotta see whether Deion knew it or not. Whether Deion knew it or not, he did like set something in motion with the ability that he did have to market and recruit, because we never seen a HBCU coach recruit and market the way that he did.
No.
And have Lil Wayne and them on the sidelines and different things like that.
And so why is that not enough? That's what I don't understand.
I mean, it was a step in the right direction.
That's a step in the right direction.
But but Bubba's saying if he could have stayed longer, he could have turned Jackson State into a powerhouse, and then there could have been talks about moving him into a different conference, and then that would have set a whole nother thing in motion.
But Bubba's an example why people don't do it, because a step in the right direction still deserves acknowledgement and say, hey, I'm stepping in the right direction.
Yeah, but that's still a good argument. But it's still a good argument though.
Yeah, I mean, but what's my incentive if I'm getting love from the pro-black community until I decide that I want no parts of this construct?
Winning comes more money. Like, that's another thing too. Like, a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
And even in HBCUs, regular colleges, Division 5s, when you win more, you get paid more. That's just how that works.
So what you're saying is,
that's how that works.
So what you're saying is, particularly in the Deion Sanders situation, what I'm hearing from that is, to stop that from happening, they paid him more than he could imagine getting at Jackson State. They paid him more than
for all of those guys.
Colorado.
That's real too.
Yeah. So right, so
they'll come and get you. Remember Dave Still had the skit? They came and got him like right when he was doing the show.
Right.
They came with the suits on. And they were like, "Come on."
Right.
They'll kind of alluded to that too, and I understand that. I understand that part. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's what a sacrifice comes in at. I don't know.
Cause they gonna come to get you and they gonna dangle that dollar.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point that I was making.
It's like the Godfather.
The whole point I was making is they own it all, man. So like, where they sit is where they want that to be set.
Yeah, for sure. That's valid points. But you can still,
it's still up to you.
You can still break out. You can still break the system. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not up to you, bro.
No. Okay, so just,
that's like me cheating. That's like, no, bro. I don't know why, but me and Black was on the phone either texting or calling, and I told him, because I had a little, with a girl situation, and I was telling him I was at this hotel full of women, right? And it was this girl that was telling me like, yo, I'm finna, we gonna fuck tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, I got a girlfriend. I can't do that. Good job. Black was saying, but Black saying it was my fault because I slept in the bed. But I was telling her I don't want to do nothing. Man. I'm telling her I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, you wild.
And
No.
it wasn't nowhere for me to sleep. Where you want me to sleep, on top of the roof?
Was there a couch?
Huh? No, it wasn't no couch.
Is there a floor?
Go to the
It was out of
floor.
town.
Like a floor.
You get the blow. He had
But what I'm saying, he's saying
I said floor.
I'm
I
with
got a
you.
bad back.
No. Now, I'm with you because in a different scenario, if he was in the bed, if the same scenario take place, and there's a woman in the bed and he wants to
My
walk,
girl better not sleep in that
and
bed.
she says, no, ain't nothing happening, nobody have a problem with it.
You know what I'm saying?
What? Nobody have a problem with it.
Why y'all sleeping in the
Yeah,
bed?
no means no. Yeah, no
So you
means
said
no.
your lady can come home and be like,
No, my lady can. My lady can.
Alright,
She might as well not come home no more.
y'all slept in the bed. And y'all go together, man.
Y'all go together.
Y'all go together, man. So, bro, y'all go together.
Things were kind of that
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you just ain't working
Okay.
that night.
Okay. All right, we gonna transition a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. But Bubba, I want you to know what I like that because what I'm heard, a little bit of what I heard out of that was, you know, there's a difference between being a big fish in a little pond and being a little fish in a big pond. And what you're suggesting is what I'm hearing is that people would rather be a little fish in a little pond because there's more fish, there's more food in the big pond, even on the little fish. I got opportunity for greater access. So, and it makes sense. But then at the same time, you're saying that they're also saying stay in your place. Right? Now, all of that is something that I don't know all the time in America, but that was not the case for black men. Yeah. So it's part of what it is for us. Right. So and until we get to a point where we can get a couple of generations to sacrifice on behalf of a thing before it changes.
Hey, how you feel about Kanye?
About Kanye right now? I ain't gonna.
I was gonna say right now, man, because a person is like a lifespan.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with a lot of what Kanye has caught him flack for over the years. Yeah. Slavery was a choice. That's one of my biggest things. I've always said that.
Kanye never said that, by the way. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let me say this better. If we're referring to the TMZ interview, I did not hear Kanye say slavery is a choice. What I heard Kanye say is it sounds like a choice.
Yeah.
If after they took the chains off, you still remain in bondage, it sounds like a choice.
What
he was trying to say was very clear, but people do that. They be like, "Oh, slavery's a choice."
Yeah, but he also said he was trying to build like this utopia society. He bought this land. He was like gonna do like a community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like maybe that's what it is, but people be acting like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Cause you're gonna do the same thing they did. They built this, and you playing in all their games.
Yeah.
And you know, and I think that's been a part of like their marketing too. It's like what keeps you in the game and keeps you from not creating your own game is the illusion of like the dream. They'll sell you a dream.
Yeah.
The American dream or just any kind of dream.
Yeah.
They'll sell you that, and this is gonna keep you in mental bondage because these are the things that make you chase what you chase. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a good point.
So you're like out here trying to like become the greatest or like try to make your team or something that you attach yourself to great like something else you've seen. And they showed you all of them.
Right.
And they let you do this one, but you want yours like big like this one.
I'm good.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, that's a good point.
So it's like tough, but like and this is what they market when you try to like say you're gonna do your own. Cause Kanye was like, we're gonna do our own, and we can have our own schools, and grocery stores, and we can grow food, and we can fellowship together, and we'll be our own community. And man, what they do, they try to make him sound crazy. They try to ridicule it and like try to like shun everybody from thinking this is a good idea because that shit is a threat to the system that they built.
Now, why haven't they done that to Umar? Because Dr. Umar talked a lot about some of the same things.
You don't think they done
That
had the
school
Umar?
ain't up
Yeah,
yet.
no, they
That
can't-
school
they-
ain't up yet.
They-
What
they
do you
can't-
mean,
they
bro?
can't- they
Umar
can't
have
even
more
apart.
trouble than you can believe, bro.
Yeah.
Just call him or just maybe
And
hang
he's
out with
reachable.
him.
And he's reachable. You can talk to him.
Yeah.
So
Umar probably can't just eat anywhere.
Yeah.
Scared to get poisoned and stuff. Like Umar's life is not. I don't think his life is smooth. It
I
better
don't
not.
think nobody worry about Umar,
yeah.
dog.
So listen.
Man,
listen,
Umar
listen.
been a part of some stuff before he like just been like internet famous though.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And
Before,
and-
thank you. Before you said, I probably doing that interaction. What popped into my head was, and this is not part. I don't know if it's part of the topic or not, but this is something that's been bothering me. Dr. Boyce Watkins.
Okay.
Right. I don't expect him to see this, but if you do see this, something wrong with you, bro.
Oh, come on.
Something wrong with you, bro. And I would be more than happy at any time to discuss it with you. 'Cause I know you like to get on your platform and out talk people and talk loud and talk crazy. Try that with me. Now I said all of that because it's because you said something about Kanye, and I remember him saying not having good things to say about Kanye. Right. When I was on Zoe Williams' show, and they were talking about what black folk can do and how black folk can do it, it felt good for me I had the opportunity to say this, and it felt good for me to say this. And I come from a little town called Eatonville, the oldest black incorporated town in the United States of America. And the town of Eatonville does not know what it's like to exist, and its governing body has never been anything other than completely black. What Zoe Williams and Jeff Brown began to do is they began to kind of poke at it, and they said, well, you better not let white folks find out. They like to blow them kind of towns up. Or they like to sink them and put them underwater.
Yeah.
Right? So another thing that came to me in the moment is, I used to say this to my wife a lot. It's not that we can't do certain things. The idea is really just actually leave us alone and just let us do it.
No.
Really leave us alone and let us do it.
No.
Right? Now, I don't listen to Corey Holcomb like I used to, because Corey is outrageous. Right? I mean, he's moved into an atmosphere that I think is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right? And not all the time, but sometimes. But one of the things he used to say when I was just a few years back was, and then I think it started, well, the one that comes to my mind is when Bob Johnson sold BET.
Okay.
He said, do y'all really think he wanted to sell BET? Or did they make him an offer that he couldn't refuse?
Of course.
I'm gonna let you build that up. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Then he just came and took it. They made him an offer. Now you either gonna sell it or
But that's
now we don't know what happened. Right? But enough has happened for that to not be an unrealistic thought.
But we kind of do know what happened though, because that's what they do. They give us the illusion of choice. That's what I was alluding to with the HBCU thing. Is they make us believe that we're choosing between two things that they both own.
Right.
Yeah.
They both like so you took that novelty black news channel, and then you said, hey, let's make it entertainment and it'll be a broader reach. And they said, yeah, it's a great idea, you should do that.
Okay, now see that reminded me of something that, okay, here's a real life situation. When my wife came to me some years ago and she said, one day I want to be a pastry chef and I want to do desserts, which is what she does now, maybe chocolate, etc. Go check her out. You're not going to be disappointed. She took jobs at businesses where that's what they did. Right? She was working in a bakery, and I was there on my lunch break, and I was watching her deal with the customer. And the customer walked in and told my wife what they wanted. My wife said, well, we don't have that. What we do have is, we have a vanilla cake, we have a chocolate cake, and then you can get a marble cake, which is basically a vanilla and a chocolate cake together. The lady said, oh, I'll get this. And then the lady told her what icing she wanted. She said, well, we don't have that. But what you can do is you can get this icing, or you can get this icing, or you can get this icing. Oh, okay, great, I'll get this icing. Right. And the then she wanted some stuff done on the cake. We can't do that. We can do this, we can do this. So I watched that interaction. And when the whole thing was done, I was standing there smiling. And my wife said, "What you smiling at?" I said, "That lady came in here to get something and didn't get what she wanted. And you gave her, when you gave her options, she took the best out of what you had to offer, and she walked out happy." I said, "That's what happens to black folk all the time." Right? And say, "Well, you come in want one thing, right? When you leave, you ain't got nothing you came in wanting."
With a big grin, right? But you got a big old grin on your face.
You got a big old grin on your face, like you got something.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of the beast, though. That goes back to Kanye. Kanye had the infamous interview with Sway, and he basically what he was saying in that interview is, "I have to become a billionaire not because of the money, but because the status of being a billionaire. Mm-hmm. It gets me in places that just being Kanye West won't get me."
Right.
And then it was a conversation that Sway didn't quite understand. "Hey, you Kanye West, you can just do your own shit." And he was like, "Nah, you don't get what I'm saying." And then there was the whole blow up, and then what Kanye did, he became a billionaire. Yeah. And in turn, it got him into those fashion houses that they wouldn't let him in. Yeah. It got him a deal with Adidas and Gap. And then when he got in those rooms and he said, "No, I don't like none of this shit." And then he rebelled against it because that's the nature of Kanye. Is he say, "Oh, everything I said I want, I achieved it." That's the nature of Kanye. Mm-hmm. But then when I achieve it and I look around, I say, "This is not what I want."
Right, that's exactly what he be saying.
Yeah. I think it was. I think I remember Will Smith saying that he wished that everybody in the world could get everything that they ever dreamed of, just to realize that's not what they really want.
Right.
Jim Carrey said something like that.
Yeah. Just so they can realize that's not what they really want.
Because that happens on a micro level. It's like date a woman and be everything she said she wanted you to be. She'll name 10 more things that she wants you to be now.
Yeah.
By the way,
never please.
Jeremy is writing the book. Just in case you didn't know that Jerry's writing the book, and it's called "Women Are Unreasonable." I just want you to know that. So, okay. Are women socialized to like men?
No way. They just need one for certain things. Certain ones need one. Some of them say they don't even need this no more.
You know what I mean?
What JB said. What JB saying.
Like
women don't look at men as people. They look at them as means to an end. It's crazy. Because it was a Lil Jon did an interview with the Breakfast Club. I took a clip of it when they were asking him about, like, "Hey, you divorced your wife. Most men don't ask for a divorce. What happened?" And he went through like how it felt as a man. I think every man don't felt like this, where a woman just don't feel appreciated or considered, right? Mm-hmm. And that clip that I put up, it went viral because women see that and they'll be like, "Talk to God," or they'll be like, "Men ain't men no more," because he literally was just expressing, "Hey, I like to be considered in the same way you like to be considered, especially if I'm making all the money." And
money is like having a lot of money don't matter unless it matters to the person who's wanting to get access to the money. Right. So I apologize. Go ahead.
No, but that's pretty much it. Where it's like you because I was talking to a girl last night actually, and she was like, "I like to be taken care of." So the guys I date, she said I'm the opposite of the women you date. And I was like, "What you mean by that?" She was like, "'Cause I like to be taken care of, and I like for my man to go out and make the money."
That's wild.
She told you that?
No. But what I find interesting is how does she know what women you like to date?
But right. She judging off like she judging off social media, and I'm like,
I'm different.
Yeah, like you have no idea.
No,
you have no idea.
Yeah.
And she was
the
like,
last kid sat on that same spot on the couch.
she was like, so I was like, so what happened? She was like, well,
She could have been watching you.
yeah, but she was like, I did such and such with the kids, and basically her routine with the kids and being basically a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, I would like to at least get some help without asking. And I said, well, then that's unfair, because you decided, you guys have decided that this is your function in this life. He takes care of the bills, you take care of the home. So if he decides to change a diaper or wash the dishes, then he's being considerate, and he decided to do that. But for you to expect him to do that and then have resentment if he doesn't, it's unfair. Right. Because you guys have decided that this is what you do as a man, this is what I do as a woman.
Because it would be just as inconsiderate for him to expect you to put some money.
Exactly, and that's what I told her. I said it'd be inconsiderate if he asked you to chip in.
Or even if it's like outside work, it'd be like,
yeah,
dang, you want me to like trim the trees and get on the roof and clean the roof?
Exactly.
Man, look at here.
Like, why you can't clean the gutters?
And
But she'd be like, that shit usually is not even gonna come up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
and I was like,
she'll be like, wash the dishes, and this is something she definitely could be over. Now she needs you to help out with her chore
because she's overwhelmed. And I said the problem is men feel overwhelmed and unconsidered, but we have nobody to ask. We can't be like, hey, you mind if you pay the light bill this time? Even though, because she'll tell you, hey, I ain't the type of woman who do that openly. Just like if a man come home and she like, could you at least wash the dish for yourself? And I'm like, hey, I ain't the type of man to do that. It's gonna be a whole.
You can't help wash the dishes.
Oh,
but it's that understanding that a man can't even ask for the things that you're asking of him. Like you
do it readily all the time.
Yeah, but we want to be I think we mess up with the word equality. I think we mess up when we say women want to be equal to men. I think we mess up by using that language. I think that's intentional.
Yeah.
Because that's not even a real thing. Yeah. Like, I'm not even with any of you guys in this room, and none of you guys in this room are equal with me. Yeah. Right? So that's just bullshit. Right. Right. But we talking about equity. Right. That's a different thing. Right. So anytime I hear those conversations and they say equal, well, whoever it is saying it, I tend to think you're full of shit. Right. But I say this a lot. At the home where I live, my wife does nothing outside. Nothing. Don't get trash out. Right? She does nothing outside.
Yeah, my wife, she can, but she doesn't.
Right.
She's never had to.
Right. Same thing. Inside the house. Everything my wife does, I do. Right. I cook. She cooks, I cook. She take care of the kids, I take care of the kids. There's stuff in the house I do and my wife don't do. My wife don't do laundry. Right? You know, she don't clean the ceiling fans. So there's stuff, she does nothing outside. Everything she does inside, I also do. And there are things that happen inside the house that she does not do. Right? And we cool. And I think that's most households where there are men and women who are married, who are living together, that's how it is. Right? So to even suggest that what she does is greater than what he does, people who have those kind of arguments, I think you also full of shit. Right.
And I think because men don't generally, not all men, but men don't generally think in a way of like, we're keeping a score. Yeah,
absolutely.
So then when the woman like is complaining about, like I used to be like, I don't complain enough, because when a woman brings up things that's bothering her, she has a whole tally.
Yeah.
She's keeping score.
So that makes a man feel not considered, undervalued, because everything I do, I haven't kept a score of. I haven't been like, hey, the other day, man, the laundry was piling up, and I threw a couple in the wash.
Yeah, you're not advertising.
Yeah. Right. Hey, that credit card bill was a little high this month, and I just,
I took care of it.
But so when a woman does that, and it becomes a thing where not only were you not doing it for the betterment of our house, you were doing it to say one day, hey, I be doing all of this here. I fold your clothes and I put them away because we have this idea of like equal when men and women aren't designed to be equal, we designed to provide balance.
Compliment. We're designed to compliment.
It's gonna be things that I just do better. Like I can bench press 300 pounds, but if I had to give birth, I would die.
Right.
So it's not as cut and dry as you did this and I did this, so we should do this. Like it's like we do what works for whatever this is.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
There's you, me, and then
As a team.
there's that. I tend to say there's me, there's my wife, and then there's us. There are three beings in this relationship that we always have to take consideration of. And I think that definitely gets lost for the most part. And I get it, right? I get it. But something you were saying, Jeremy, just took me back to when I'm coaching people, I try to get them to get rid of some of these armories that they have, where they store their weapons of mass destruction, right? I actually kind of, in dealing with my mom, I say, oh, you got a bunker full of weapons that you store for me. You got the same thing for my sister, you got the same thing for my daddy, you got the same thing for my wife, you got all this stuff that you just put in these little bunkers, and you're waiting for the fuse to be lit in one of them, and then you're gonna explode.
Right.
All over somebody you say you love.
Right.
And I wasn't picking on my mom, but I realized that most people do that.
Yeah.
They hold things in. So now, I've said this to Devin and his wife a number of times. Outside of me and my wife, they are my favorite couple. Mm-hmm. Right? Because if you've been around them, you watch the two of them talk to each other, they good with it. I mean, they handle each other in a loving way, but they talk to each other. They run around hiding shit, doing that kind of stuff. So I remember when we were at your house and we were sitting there talking, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but I was like, man, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all when y'all got that kind of time in that me and my wife got. I just see y'all being so far ahead of us in this game, because they really talk to each other. And they like me and my wife talk to each other, and we appreciate where we are. But it took us 20 plus years to get there, and they there before that, right? So it's like watching when I watch Jason and Jeremy in terms of like how they deal with their children. And I wasn't there when I was their age, right? And I had to come to a conclusion. I got to this place where I say, damn, I got to give myself some grace. right? And then in the process of trying to figure that part out, just so everybody knows, everybody got mommy and daddy issues. Mm-hmm. Right? Everybody got mommy and daddy issues. And if you are a parent, your children are going to have mommy and daddy issues.
Right.
Right? Which means that's just par for the game. That's just what it is. Yeah. Ain't nobody, you ain't special because you didn't get treated a certain way. And don't try, and man, don't, I want this to one, and it's something I caught with my wife. Trying to do something with your children because you imagine that when it didn't happen with you and your parents, that you're doing some harm to your kids if you don't do this, because you imagine that there was some harm that was done to you. Right. It was just your fucking imagination.
Right.
Just your imagination.
Yeah, that's all. Because it's always your perspective. Like sometimes all the time your trauma is based on how you saw it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, so like you could be like, my mom never let me go outside. Like you lived in a pretty rough neighborhood.
Right.
Saved your life.
But when you gonna get married?
You know what's funny is I wanted to say something and it was in that line. Right?
Okay.
But I want to say this because when you dating, right, a lot of women ask, about marriage and this and that.
Yeah.
I got two things on that. Number one is
Somebody say you got two girls. I got two.
That's an insult. Only two?
And if I'm in the mood to start an argument or a discussion, I'll say this. I'll say like, what is the real point of like getting married? I mean, like to a degree, right? Because like for me, I find it hard to discern a relationship from a talking stage from marriage, like, because the expectations are all the same. I don't know, like what is the so like for me it's like okay, other than I'm gonna sound like an old battered black man, but it's like
okay.
Other than like the white folks getting in your business, what's the point of getting married? You know what I mean? That's just a small part of me. That's not like you know what I mean for the potential people watching. You know what I'm saying? Watching this potential women, but it's like
What a disclaimer.
Just in case you watch it, I'm not talking specifically to you, but the question is.
Yeah.
So you saying what is the point of getting married?
Yeah, because like, what is the difference between a
Or the
relationship and a
benefits
marriage? What is Let's start there. What is the difference between a relationship, just y'all go together, and a marriage? I ask women that, and I don't get a lot of responses. So let me ask men that, because I only ask
maybe a time dedication. I think that's the only difference, maybe.
You know
Because
what?
when you're in a relationship, like let's say you and your lady live together,
Yeah.
everything you're gonna do would be the same as if you were married.
Bingo.
The only difference is
There's one exception. There's a few exceptions.
there's a few exceptions. So the only difference is like the dedication of time that you agreed upon. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like for life?
Right.
Like how long y'all gonna be together? That's the
Yeah.
difference in a
Right.
relationship. Like you just in a casual relationship and you're married. Like you've dedicated your life to this situation on paper. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can't walk away from it easy.
No, you can't walk away from it easy.
You have to
so
give it a consideration that the
it
consideration
forces
that I have to give,
accountability.
you don't have to give.
In
walk
like
away.
certain arenas in the world, it forces accountability, like
Yeah.
financially or like liability wise, that kind of stuff. But it also like it's a contract, man. The contract means a lot of stuff though.
And should I?
But this is like-
should I want that?
I
Like,
mean,
should I go out of my way to desire and have that? Like I understand if I come across,
no, that's a good question. That's a great question. I think it just depends on what you're doing or what your task is. Cause see, in this country or in this society nowadays, like if you get married, like at a certain period of life, like when you get married, you can enter different doors and arenas as a married person or like with your couple, or that your spouse could get you into a door by way of the woman's club, the pink wall of silence. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like it has benefits to it. It also gives you favor in a lot of things. Like mentally, like a thing that you could be outside the house chasing is off the table.
Yeah.
See, like look, you don't gotta look for a woman. Now you just conquer the rest of your goals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe it's different now, but no man who's ever risen to, I apologize. Let me back up off that. It's very common for a married man to go places that a single man cannot go in terms of his career.
Yeah. That's
so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why when you see like a prominent man, it's hard. Like let's say you want to be the mayor. It's hard for a single man to be the mayor.
Yeah.
Because people won't vote for a single man. You won't even commit to marriage.
President's always married.
Yeah, you won't even dedicate to that.
Yeah.
It's
Obama's
like
gay. He married. But,
Oh my
Certain
God.
opportunities, if we apply for the same thing, you're married or not, they may feel like you're gonna be more
Flighty or
trustworthy to commit to something. You feel me? They know that you
It's like a
committed
college-
to something
you know.
for life,
Yeah.
so they can.
It's somewhere it's like a college
be
degree.
like,
yeah, it's like a check. It's like a check mark in longevity.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In
He's
society.
put time in.
Yeah.
He's shown that he can see a thing through.
Because I
Right? He's shown that he's willing to try to see a thing.
Yeah, he's taking
Or she's willing to
responsibility
see it.
for
Right.
this.
So that's a societal benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
for sure.
Which is
Yeah.
massive
But
collateral.
mentally, but
in certain
mentally though,
spaces.
I'll say this. Mentally though, it
Okay. I never looked at it from that.
mentally though, it like opens up space for like you to like go after your goals
yeah.
too.
I mean,
That's if it's real. And not a facade.
Right.
Because
Agreed.
I can still be hungry for other women and be married like a lot of.
Well, I'm not talking about a hunger for women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about
You
like
have a hunger.
I'm talking about like if you got like let's say you got like 20 goals on your table that you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? If getting a woman is one of them, that's one thing less off. That's the one thing off the table.
And that takes a
you
lot
got
of
a woman
energy and
at the
time.
house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
when she knows what those other 19 are,
yeah.
She might can help you get there.
Right.
Okay.
is she
So,
there?
so it's favoring that, but I mean, you know, maybe it's preference, cause you know, like most of my life I kept a woman in my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know if
There's
it's
some benefits to just having a woman there.
I think it's a necessity.
I think
But
it's
I
also
just
some
like,
cons.
I just like that though. Like
It's
you don't have
also
to be
some
married
cons
for
to
that.
it. No, you don't have to be
It
married.
also, but it also unlocks something else.
But you're
out
still
in your
exercising
woman.
all the same thing.
But
though.
and even though I never met, I know it unlocks something in your woman when you commit to her for life.
Yeah.
Like there's a part of her that's innately wired to be where she feels most secure and protected.
Yeah.
And that's like he was saying, that's one thing you can check off, and now you can do this. That's one thing now that she can check off,
Yeah.
and it like opens even more of her ability to help you to manifest, to even put more of her energy towards the things that you're into, whether it's subconsciously, spiritually. You know, like he said, the favor comes in because now it's like y'all subconsciously now are on this frequency of like
Us.
I'm with you, us, I'm with you.
But
I'm sick. So another way of saying what he just said is, no matter how freaky the woman you have ever been with, the freakiest woman you have ever been with was, she was never as freaky as she's going to be when she was with her husband.
Hold on.
that's a
I don't know. Hey, I
As he's talking, I'm thinking about this. What do I do with and tell me if I'm too high, too low, this number, the 70 or 80% of men in my experience are married men that tell me to never get married. Also tell me that sex and fellatio and all that stuff, I put them into the
It depends on what kind of man
comes
though.
down when you get married and all of that stuff. What do I do with that?
I don't think that's
Because do y'all have that experience as well? Like
No.
a lot
I
of
never
married
married.
men.
I never married.
No, I'm talking about a lot of married men tell you that. Like,
No, but I
no.
I'm the only person?
No. I would say the men you talk to
okay.
tell you that.
Yeah, because I'm fortunate, right?
Because
he don't
you-
tell me that. Dad don't tell me that.
Right.
Ron don't never tell me that. Like,
But
I don't
is
get
that
around
a
married men that's
sentiment?
like, bro, don't do it.
But do you think that there's a sentiment?
But
that
you gotta
No.
ask a person.
No.
You gotta ask a person.
No.
So like
I
you
think
gotta
it's-
understand everything in this world is gonna like have its ups and downs.
Yeah.
I think it's
So
okay.
it's unrealistic to think your girl's always gonna be like ready every time. That's
Cause she
not real.
won't, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, but then there'll be times. Yeah, you just can't expect it all the time throughout like a lifetime.
No, but
But then there's gonna be times where she's like pulling up on you, pulling it out, and you like, wait, what's going on? And she just needed.
those are my favorite.
So like you just
Feral.
got.
She's feral.
What you
Yeah.
doing? What you doing?
So you just gotta know, man. Like, and I think if you keep a woman in your house long term, bro, and that sounds crazy though, but that's what we
Nah,
talking
it's
about.
true.
But like if you keep a woman living with you for a long period of time, bro, you know that like sometimes it's whatever, and sometimes it's just definitely not, bro.
Yeah, not.
Depending on what the temperature in y'all life is.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you saying is very important because I had a conversation here one time. It was married couples in here, right? It was 3 women, right? One of them was divorced, one of them was married, one of them was where they consider themselves married but without paperwork, right?
Okay.
Right? So obviously the women without paperwork, they don't believe in marriage in the construct in the same way that we talk about it now, but they still believe in marriage, right? So I said, cause I'm me, I was like, there's never a place in the Bible where somebody said, hey, you found this woman, they were in love, so they got married. And they was like, yes, it does. What about this person? I was like, find the scripture where a man found a woman, they fell in love, and they got married. And they started looking. Somebody had pulled up the Bible on the phone, got quiet, so they can't find it.
So you tell me what's the what?
The point is people put love so high up on it that when they're not in love, or they feel inadequate or uncomfortable, or their ideal of love, the dopamine's gone, they feel like the marriage is over. Because they made a decision based on this transitory thing that they don't even really understand. Because we don't understand love. We just be saying shit.
You gonna make me happy every day for the rest of my life.
No, I'm not.
Right.
No, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be your worst fucking nightmare. But you need to know that.
But that's why when you get married, it's because you gotta have. Because Devin was saying, like, sometimes it ain't no sex on the table.
Yeah.
I don't like you. I don't want to have sex with you.
Right.
Believe it or not.
That's not real.
Yeah. So those moments is when people get divorced or they break up or they fall out because they think that's what they think. That if that moment is not there, then they don't have a relationship. So you have gotten married based on the idea that you don't fully understand.
Okay, so look at it this way. All of the things that you don't want the rest of the world to know, right? Once you get married and going forward, all the stuff that's going to happen to you that you don't want the rest of the world to know, they're going to constantly remind you of that. Even if they don't say anything, their presence are going to constantly remind you of all your faults. Mm-hmm. And your presence is going to constantly remind them of all their faults. Mm-hmm. So you're in agreement that one of the ways we're going to care for each other is we're going to care for each other as we fix our faults, as we work on those. So the level of grace that you would like to receive, if you can be in the headspace of the level of grace that I would like to receive, I'm also going to extend, and I'm not going to put an expectation on it, like maybe like a timeline. You should get over that shit already. No, that ain't a thing. Yeah, you fucked up, nigga. Yeah. Right? You don't get to tell me when I get to stop feeling how I'm feeling about what you did and what you said. Right. Right? When you get over that point. Yeah, right. Because that's what it is. So it's like, and I'm not saying that you need paperwork for this, right? But in this country, in this world, that's the thing. But to get somebody to commit to you, and you get you to commit to somebody in that way, you're saying, as my wife said, to be together, all we got to do is be together. And that means everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's going to be some bad, and there's going to be some ugly. They're going to show you who you are. Yeah. Yeah. But you're going to show them who they are. Right.
It's going to be both, man. All the stuff you do to her, she's going to do it back to you. Then you're going to do all the stuff she was doing to you back to her.
And y'all might even realize it's happening until you realize it's happening.
Then you start trying to fix yourself.
Yeah. Right. If that's when it got good for me. When I stopped wanting my wife to make changes and adjustments, when I stopped doing that and I just said, oh, I got it. Oh, wait, don't say nothing to her. You just do you.
Work on yourself.
And then she just naturally started doing the same thing because we are together. We are one another. I am her mirrored reflection. She is my mirrored reflection. So as I make adjustments, she makes adjustments because I'm making the adjustments. As she makes adjustments, I make adjustments because she's making the adjustments.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
What about the time? Like I've been in several relationships where like the pressure started coming on. You understand?
You gotta have these conversations.
You're not gonna be with a woman there's no pressure.
Yeah. I'm talking about pressure. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Pressure to get married.
Pressure to get married.
But you gotta have these conversations. Once you sound in these conversations, then it's time. It's not actual time. So because if you get married for these things, that's why I bring up love. Because if you be like, why we get married? Because we love each other. Then y'all not ready.
No. You are ready, but okay. I'm not contradicting what you're saying.
I got you.
Okay. For some strange reason, people think that the feeling that they're feeling that they're saying is love.
It's love.
Is actually love. Right? As I understand it, love is a few things. Love is the ability to sacrifice. Okay, love is me sacrificing on behalf of my wife without any expectation that she's going to say or do anything in return for that.
Right.
Right? If I'm doing something to get something, then I'm in a something for something relationship. If I'm doing something because I'm doing something and I don't have any, she don't have to say thank you. She don't have to show any appreciation for it. When I'm doing something for my wife, I'm doing something for my wife, and I don't have any expectation that any of that other stuff is going to happen. Most people want something for something.
Yeah. That's why I'm at right now.
Right. Most people want something for something. So when you find somebody, that ain't a thing, oh man, you better not run from that. you better not run from
rare.
that. You at least need to sit down and really think about that, because it's hard, because most people want something.
Right. If you still have
they think they deserve something.
If you still have leverage, you ain't that love. So you go. So as long as you there, where it's like when you feel like you have that feeling.
That's a T-shirt, Jim. I got it right now. If you still have leverage, that ain't love.
But that's like you. So when you having those conversations where it's like we've been together this long, so we might as well get married. Or we supposed to get married because. Then that's not a reason to get married. None of these are reasons to get married. Mm-hmm. Like the things that Devin led with, ain't some doors you get in just because you married.
Yeah.
Legally, there's doors you get in because you married.
I was about to say, is there a reason not to get married?
But
yeah, it's some reason not to get married.
Cause I like some. Okay, I know of a situation of a woman who like been with her dude for X amount of years, and she's like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? And it's like she ain't wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe he ain't wrong for his situation, like with the wasting time in the Janae Aiko Big Sean thing, right? Because the woman I'm dating, she was talking to me about this, right? And she was like, because I'm like, I don't keep up with that stuff. And she's like, well, he promised her, like he basically told her in the beginning from what she was telling me, like that he was going to marry her, right? And I was like, and I said, well, we always say women have the right to change their mind at any time. You know what I'm saying? Women can be changing their mind. You could be, you got a leg on your shoulder and she could be like, wait.
Men are so sad.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, she gotta be like, wait, I don't want, and you gotta get up out of there. Because the next prompt gonna become illegal. You feel me?
Absolutely. You better not. You better not downstroke.
And so I'm like, so if bruh changes, I'm like, so if bruh like changes his mind for whatever reason, he got the right to change his mind. And she was like, well, if she stayed for X amount of years and had a child on the pretense that he promised her that it would result in walking down the aisle together and getting married. So it was a conversation. We didn't really.
Did he promise that?
We really didn't come to a conclusion because she's like an actually sensible person and we can have like these type of conversations. So that's really great. But
she's reasonable.
Yes,
okay.
That's very much so.
Debatable.
It's phenomenal. Nah, bro, it's phenomenal, bro. She's reasonable.
Take a baby picture. This is the crazy world.
but it was like, and we just went back and forth with it. We didn't come to any conclusion, but I was just like, because as a man, one thing you have to learn early on is that a woman has the right to change her mind at any time.
Right, but do women learn that a man has the right to change his right at any time?
No, but that's sassy.
That's sassy. And here's the thing: you said something, it's an opportunity to respond to it. You said, basically, he said, basically he said me. He didn't say that shit.
Yeah.
Well, what she was saying was like verbatim. He told her that he was going to marry her.
Okay, so verbatim.
Yeah. He told her he was going to
Okay.
marry. He told her he was going to marry her.
I tell every woman that. I be lying.
Basically.
So
I mean, I backed out women because they told me like they're like dating to like be engaged in the next couple years,
Right.
and to be married, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They
all
got-
right, let me back
You're
up
on the schedule.
because like
I ain't on the schedule.
yeah, because I respect that.
Which
so
is
let me,
dumb. I don't respect
But
that.
I don't
no,
respect
I
it.
respect.
That's
I
dumb.
respect. That's what you want for your life. I can't. I'm backing out because that's.
Yeah.
I'm
ain't
not
on
gonna. Yeah, I'm not on that. I'm not gonna being a part of that program.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's what you decided for yourself, then I'm gonna respect that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm backing out, because I could, if I didn't respect it, I could just lie.
Yeah.
I could tell you which one to hear. I can knock your brains through the headboard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then be like, I can make up something and get up out of there.
slide.
You know? Yeah. Because that's what a scumbag would do, right? And
They'll
we
call me. You
hang
got
out
a
and
fire
you
in the house.
like, I want to be this. Then I can be like, I want that too. Then I can put your head through the headboard and be like, oh, my life is kind of going crazy right now. I need to figure it out. And, and get up out of there.
I'm gonna tell you what I do. We had a conversation. What is marriage? And then they think that's deep, and I still put them through the headboard.
And so, like,
You can't have your cake and eat
at
it
this
too.
point in my life, I'm like,
Red velvet.
you know what? You know what I'm saying? I respect. Good luck with that. I don't know how that works like that, being a man, and I know how men think. But if you meet a man and y'all both on that, cool. So I back off. You know what I'm saying? I back off. These days, I don't approach women.
That's a question, man.
But-
Dude.
Because I feel like if I don't want to get to know you and all about you and all about your life and
Yeah.
all that, if I'm just attracted to you physically, I'm gonna leave you alone, because women, they go through enough.
Yeah, that's
Hey, in this society, does the ultimatum girl win?
yeah.
I don't know, not with me.
No.
but-
They do though. That's why
No, they don't.
I always tell people.
Maybe they used
No,
to.
they don't.
So,
They don't. No, they don't.
I always
They
tell
don't.
people this.
They
I'm
just
talking about 2025. Some girls
they
like,
modify the
"You gotta marry me or
situation,
else."
but they don't modify their lives.
Yeah.
I think
She
a
give
lot
you
of
any ultimatum.
that's
Man,
why a
that's
lot of
slide.
men come into that situation where I was telling you about before, because a lot of men wind up in relationships and marriages that they really didn't want to be in,
Yeah.
but because of an ultimatum.
Most.
I think
You're talking about,
a lot
like-
of men.
So here's what I'm saying. If a woman gives a man an ultimatum about marriage and he proposing and they get married, did she really win?
But
In her mind, yeah.
That's what she
But
was
yeah,
saying.
that's real.
Did she
That's
really
real,
win?
yeah, because you had to put the
Cause then
Same as
they-
your
Pull
boy
a 12
Jackson
game out.
State, man.
You had to do a 12 game
Yeah,
out.
Colorado, they ain't good no more though.
So, you know what I'm saying? Did he really win? Did you really win?
that's what I tell
You're
women.
not
though,
gonna be
'cause
the same man that you thought.
Right.
women be like, I never propose to a man. Have you ever pressured a man to marry you?
It's
Then
the same
you
thing.
propose.
Yeah.
You by definition propose.
I only date for a certain
Hey,
period
we
of time.
need
If
to
it's
get
not
married,
going
or we
well,
ain't
let's not
gonna
go into a
we ain't
marriage.
gonna do this.
Yeah.
That's a proposition.
I saw a woman post the other day. Kia. I love Kia so much. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
That's my sister. I love her.
Yeah, but she posted, I'm not dating to date. I'm dating to get married. You know, I said,
You know what's funny?
I said, so oh God, what I
As
said.
soon as I saw that, I texted her. We had a long friend. As soon as he saw it, I said, that's silly.
I agree.
And we had, because the funny thing is, she's very smart and intelligent, so we can have a long dialogue about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what you saying is not true. It just sounds good.
Yeah.
Because I know that's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie though, the numbers. So like, just out of like, we take little experiments and like we try to ask everybody and just see what it is. Man, majority of the women in my life that like just people like I know in passing or doing business with or just grew up with, majority of the women have actually tried that and it hasn't worked, or if it worked briefly, then they were revealed later, and it washed out, and now they're like, you catch them in hindsight, and most of these women are single women. Yeah.
They tried to force.
They work in a program.
They on the clock.
They on the clock. They
make your life in somebody else's life.
But so this the thing, right?
Like
This
a scheduled timeline.
So this the
It's not
thing.
real.
So this the thing, right? Because I'm gonna try to ride with the women right here for the
Yeah, I
conversation.
bet you up, Mr.
Yeah, for sure. But check it out, right? Because as men, right, like we look great. Like you look great. You know what I'm saying? Like you look great, y'all. We look great. Like we age, we virile, we getting wiser, we getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? We in the gym. We like, bro, we're just like evolving.
As we're getting older, we're getting better.
You feel me? Right.
But women are not.
But not, and I ain't, and that's not what I'm saying. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, when I sit, because I pick women's brains. You know what I'm saying? I really love picking women's brains. Like, and there's a whole different societal program set up for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, they're like, I'm getting 30, 35, I'm getting 40. Okay, these dudes, now they 40, they going for the 30-year-olds, they going for the 35-year-olds. They, you know what I'm saying? They starting to get their money right. Now they having more options, having their way, because men get richer as the older we get.
Yeah.
And so they're under this societal pressure of getting married, being chosen, and my family, I keep showing up to the family functions. I want to start a family, but I don't want to be a baby mama or whatever. Or now I'm a baby mama and I learned that lesson. So they're like under all this societal pressure, which is a lot in their mind, but a lot of, you got these men online talking about once a woman turns a certain age and when she got this many kids and, you know, she ain't nothing. You know, go get her out, go get a younger mom.
But that's a major key.
And so,
it's online. It's
for,
not real life.
I mean, but they, you know how they say about,
not
It's
real
not
life?
real
yeah,
life.
some
bro.
of it,
It's kind of real life.
Would you date a woman your age?
It's kind of real life.
Came and jumped down on us like that.
So to the woman, like, okay, I'm 42. I done dated a woman my age. I done dated a woman that's 32. Dated a woman that's 35. Like, the most sensible one
Was 42.
No. She's in mid-30s.
Okay.
She's in mid-30s. But I also had one that was like 29 that was pretty sensible. Like, I don't want to say her name because she got a dude, but we know her. She sings, beautiful singer, locks, natural girl.
Pretty sensible.
Yeah, very sensible, very, yeah, like all that. You know, she just ain't have no kids. You know what I'm saying? So that was a different thing. I ain't have no kids.
Yeah.
But, so you don't know how that's going to go, right? Because some women say, oh, you don't want to date a woman your age because you ain't ready for the... No, I dated a woman my age and she was...
Oh, bullshit.
She was not it. You feel me? Like, she was not it. Like, she was lit, but she had a lot of stuff going on. I'm straight.
It come a lot with that. A lot come with that.
That's why.
Right.
Baggage.
But women are
It's called baggage.
But women are on a different clock from us.
Yeah.
Because
And they are.
Because we're not...
Literally.
You're not coming to the barbecue and I'm like, damn, Bubba, where you ring at? When you gonna get married, bro?
Niggas don't even play like that.
But it's also because we know who. That's also a thing that women don't do with each other. They don't tell each other the truth.
Yeah.
We know who Bubba is.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
that's an extra opportunity to be like, hey, when you get married, we know that the answer is probably not right now.
I'm not even asking that, man. I got a homeboy. I'm not gonna say no names. He said something like the other day. He was like, "Man, I think in a year or two I'm gonna get married." I was like, "What?" I had young. I was like,
He even got nobody in his radar.
"Bro, you don't want to be married." I thought about the conversation I had with him like the day before. I was like,
That's not
"No
what
way, cut it out." Talking about, bro.
That's not what you
There's
do.
no way I'm gonna let him slide with that. I was like, bro, you don't want to get married, bro. Not for real. So you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff just comes and goes, man. I think people just have these ideas, man. But like, if you really think it through, it's like, does that fit like the structure of life you have? Like,
Right.
Yeah, you have to do that. You have to do the work within because there's like, it's just invisible. It's not invisible, but it's like unspoken pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know for a fact, it's funny, right? Because I got a group chat with some of the cats I grew up with, right? And then it's like me, Joe, and Tanner, right? And we unmarried. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then it's like Leroy and Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like happily married. They've been married. Leroy been married like 20 years. Ball been married like 13 years, bro.
Yeah.
These cats is solidified, dog. And then it's like certain things you see them hanging out, we ain't get no invite. You feel me? Because we ain't married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like,
Yeah.
and it's like, so it's like, it be those little dynamics like, dang, I know they would have invited me if I was married.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like, I respect that they have done something in life I haven't done.
Right.
They have perspectives in different things that I don't have.
Right.
I haven't been living with the same woman for 20 years.
And they looking out for you too, because they don't want you to keep bringing some random chick. Because women are funny. Like married women are funny. They gonna be like, Jason with another girl, and they gonna try to be nice to her. Hey, what's your favorite color? Y'all 40. It's like it's awkward. It's like just being awkward. So
Lee said that. He said, "Bro, I'm tired of."
After a while, though,
favorite girl.
I tell you though, after a while though, they start throwing salt on the ones they don't like.
Right, exactly.
Like you bring in one chick and you bring one that they like, and they like she was cool, and then you bring another chick, she gonna be like, who's this one? You like, what the fuck? It's crazy, bro. Women don't play, bro.
And they gonna say it in front of her.
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
So it'd be like,
I had to be like, hey, babe,
Yeah,
chill.
chill.
Like,
So-
Because they don't know they doing it either.
Yeah, it's like, nah.
So in my case, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Because say I'm hanging with Dev, I'm hanging with Ron, I like that. I want to soak that game up. I want to be around cats who invested, who locked in, who committed, I want to be around. I want to soak some of that game up.
Yeah.
But you know, they wife might be like, "Why y'all run this single nigga?" You know what I'm saying? But I'm chilling though. I'm not that like this man. I'm trying to soak some game up. But then I done had a married man tell me, "Bro, if you ever tell me you're gonna get married," and he said, but he gave me this claim. He said, "But I love my wife. I love my wife, dog." He said, "But if you ever tell me you're gonna get mad, bro, I'm gonna throw you in the trunk of my car, bro, and I'm gonna hold you hostage until you come to your senses."
Yeah.
That's like I said, that's like 80% of the married men.
Yeah, cause the downs are way down.
Yeah.
Marriage.
Because marriage ain't
Ups are
about
way up though.
Marriage ain't all
It's
about
like
the
up
shit,
more
dog.
than just more than you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? But the downs are like just as far down as like that you can imagine.
The person you love the
When you
most is
single,
gonna hurt
man,
you the
maybe
most.
you don't
Gonna hurt
push
you the
yourself
worst.
as hard either.
Nobody can hurt you. Nobody can hurt you more than the person you love the most.
Right.
But it's designed to be that way.
Yeah, it's designed to be that.
Okay.
Because you still fighting those societal constructs.
Yeah.
You
J.
still
Cole
fight-
said that.
Yeah,
I
you-
want to be the one you love the most. I want to be the one that hurt you the most.
Yeah.
And like that shit was deep. What he said. Like he ain't mean like I'm trying to hurt you.
But that's what happens anyways. When
Yeah,
I try to
like
love
we
you
so
much.
locked in. I'm
But
gonna do
that-
some shit. It's gonna
but that-
devastate you. But I ain't.
That's why marriage is tough, because you have to be with somebody who understands that on a divine level.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. The marriage is a shambles now, because people will be like there was an interview where Michelle Obama was saying like her and Barack, she's like, we didn't like each other for 10 years while we were married.
Mm-hmm.
And people was like, oh my God, what do you know? Why would she say that? But that's the reality. It's gonna be large gaps where the dopamine ain't there. Like I always say, like the biggest devil to monogamy is monotony. When the shit started to just be redundant, we just get up, brush our teeth, go to work, come home, slap you on the ass, go to bed. Right? So like people who don't understand how to like get out of that natural rut of being with somebody for 15, 20 years, you gonna find yourself in a place where like, well, we ain't in love, so let's just end it. And if you
gotta
have
remember to date each other.
yeah. So if you have
That's what battles that.
Or
Exactly.
to appreciate monotony, like that post I just posted the other day, because my homeboy, when I was talking to him, he was like, "Good girls like bad guys," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not that.
Yeah.
That's something that we've all agreed on,
Yeah.
but it's deeper than that.
right.
We
It's
say that to get,
it's
that's the saying that people use to get access to your woman.
yeah, but
Right.
it's an anxious attachment that comes
Mhm.
from childhood and trauma, and when things are consistent, I've had women tell me that a dude was born because he get up, he go to work, he take care of his kids. You know what I'm saying? He call them when he on the break, and he take them on a date when he, and they're like, their body is not ready for that because they're so used to chaos.
Yeah.
So they're like, their brain is telling him that this is boring.
Right. This is the man you built.
But so when you marry somebody, you think you're gonna be going on a trip every other month, and like, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen?
And that's societal norms. Societal norms make you feel like if y'all ain't going to Spain and y'all every other month, then for some reason he's not the man for you. I just seen a clip where a woman was like, how she divorced her good man, and she was like, I'm gonna write a book called How to Divorce a Good Man. And she was going into like, he was a great man, but he just wasn't good for me. And it's that idea where you think that there's a man that, like my daughter's mom, when we broke up, she said, you did this, you did that. And I was like, you realize you did that, right? And she was like, I said, maybe you don't know that you do that. She's like, I know what I be doing. It's just a man that aligns with me, I don't think he'd do that. So when she said it, I realized that, hey, I'm writing a book called Women Aren't Reasonable. That makes no sense. But also I realized that women have a disassociation from grace. So it's like, you should never do any of this to me, and if I do this to you, it's because, hey, I'm just a girl. And they say that now. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl. That's like one of the popular sayings.
Yeah. So it's literally saying like, I fuck up, but hey.
You can't fuck up.
Yeah, you don't fuck up.
And you can't.
Nah.
So like those.
Until, you know, with the, I can't speak on other people's situations, because I think, for the most part, people fail at relationship.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, the only successful relationship that I can say that I have ever been in is the one that I am currently in. Right? Because all the other ones prior to her could be considered a failed relationship.
Right.
But when you add to that all the relationships I was in prior to her
involved you.
Right? Right. And in every relationship you're in, you get a lesson. Your lesson, the lesson is the blessing. If it may take some people 3 relationships to get the lesson, and then be as solid as they need to be moving forward with somebody and going somewhere. But it may take some other people 50 lessons to get the blessing before they kind of work toward that thing. So every relationship that you have been in is a relationship that you were supposed to be in for your own self, for your own personal development. Right. So when you understand that and you give yourself grace, right, and so that when you're moving forward, when you learn to give yourself grace, you naturally know how to give other people grace. Right. Just because I got there first don't mean I shouldn't wait for you.
Right.
Right.
And Devin told me that one time. Devin was cutting my hair and we were talking about something, and he goes, and I let him have it because I've been there. So I just I'm patient. Mm-hmm. And I like, that's like sometimes the mirror is delayed. It's not like it's called a mirror because you recognize it. Right. It's not that it's happening at the moment that it happens. You know what I mean? So it's like, you stuck in that, and I love you still. Right. You know what I mean? And that's grace.
Yeah. I'm a little late with this coming, but you know what's funny is with the trips thing, is because I take a lot of trips like by myself. Like I go out all these different countries and places, and I done got in several situations.
And the women are already there.
So relationships.
Ain't gotta bring nobody with me.
I done been in several situations or relationships, and the women expect, like they thought that's what was going to happen. Like we was gonna go on all these trips, but like solo trips I can pay for it, but when you expect me to pay for your flight and all this, like that's too much.
And you don't even look like that. You don't even feel good to be with all the time.
A lot comes with it, man. Yeah. A lot comes with it. You can't
But that's what it is, man. It's just what you're willing to like be responsible for. You wouldn't own that.
Right. That's all. That's all.
It's not wrong with that though.
No, not at all.
Because you're single. It does take like some kind of dedication for you to be like, you know what, I'm gonna handle her and all her affairs.
Yeah.
She with me, and you put her on your tab. Like that's
Yeah.
a whole nother world.
Because a relationship is more about cooperation than love.
Yeah.
So like, if y'all can't cooperate, it don't matter if you love me.
Yeah. Or she could meet you halfway and be like, hey, look, how much is it for this trip? And then she put half in.
You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
all right, bet,
Yeah.
run it.
Yeah.
You know? She might even stun on you and be like, you know what, I'm gonna pay for this one.
Yeah.
And like pay for the trip.
Now that'd be something.
You know what I'm saying? But I think this is the thing where like we all understand the ratios out here. So as a single man, just be picky, bro.
Yeah. That's
Be
right.
See,
very
and I'm
picky.
not.
Bro,
'Cause
I'm one of the most
I'm-
picky niggas you know.
I'm like what Black said at
Believe
the
that.
top of the show. It's funny because I do go for poverty. Like I got a thing for that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. That's not picky at all.
Cause you go get all the shit that makes you not want to get married is what you gonna get out of that. No, for real.
Like, you
Because
can't
poverty
you can't keep going to
poverty is a
McDonald's.
construct that makes you not able to be married.
Yeah,
That's why they make sure a lot of people are poor.
but they secure all my needs in the present though.
Yeah, they get your dick hard and then they get your dick soft.
You know what I'm saying?
But that after a while, that's not enough.
After a while, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't keep going to McDonald's expecting them.
Because you do want a woman to be like,
Enjoy
hey, we
the
going to
living
Dubai, I'ma cover it this time.
Yeah.
And then not because of the money aspect, because you can obviously do it. It's just the idea that, oh no, everything ain't on you because you the man.
You know what's funny about that? One time I had that.
She was ugly though.
She had a fake booty. You know what's funny? No, and honest to God,
You said fake?
About a month ago, I texted her and I apologized, right? Because I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a little harsh. Because we was in the car one time, and I broke up with her in the car. I remember this like it was yesterday, the daytime. It was like nighttime. We was going out, and I told her I was like, I can't do this anymore. She was like, why? I was like, no, man. And then she just, I don't know what got over me, but she just kept asking me.
It was on your heart that much.
And I just came out with it. I was like, you know what?
You butt fake.
Your booty fake. Your breath a little stank. This is that. I'm telling this girl in her face. This ain't no text message. And that was way too much because I got a lot of faults myself too. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that now. So I texted her about a couple weeks ago and I apologized or whatever. But at that time, but at the same time, she had her own like a big ass house with a back. Y'all, she only had one son. You know what I'm saying? She make a lot of money. She
Damn.
Oh, you could have got her good help.
She
Right?
made damn near twice
She
as much
said
as
she
me,
only
and
had
I
one
made-
son.
And I made decent money. You know what I'm saying?
You got commitment issues. You got commitment issues.
But like,
It's okay though.
She only had one son.
but the poverty,
Everything
I
about
never do
that
the
side-
poverty like that. I never do that to the poverty women.
Yeah, because the
I
butts be
celebrate
fake.
them.
They get that.
Yeah, but
they get
everything about this whole conversation is like short term.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing about it. Like you dating girls, you saying you dating girls out of poverty, but yeah, everything about poverty is short term. Even
Right.
like the lifespans and
Right.
everything.
Everything about it is in,
So it's like,
in
bruh,
survival
like,
mode.
you're like brief for all this stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. It just what it sounds like. It sounds like you don't want anything that's gonna last long.
right.
You're
It's not, I don't want it.
no, it's okay. So you can't keep eating at Applebee's
I think it is that you want it if you chose it.
and expect the meal to taste like you're at Eddie V's.
You just don't really know what it is, but you definitely want it. You just maybe
You need
maybe
to
you're
go
not
to
you're not
Eddie
really
V's if
sure
you
what
want
it
Eddie
really
V's.
is.
Yeah, you don't know why you don't want it. Because if you saying like everything was checked out, except she had a little twang to her voice. You know what I mean? Like it's things that
Everybody
like
got a little
Want
train.
it, you realize
it's things that you guys could have worked out though. Like
Everybody
the
got
trying
ass
to
you
figure
can't-
out what you
yeah.
want.
Yeah.
So you wanted it like just appeal wise, and then you got it, and you was like, you found a reason to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Short term, you being short term. It's okay though. It's just
I mean, I think we've all been there to an extent.
Me and
I
my
think
wife,
that's figuring out what you want.
Yeah.
we just went to LA. I just went to it. We went to LA recently, and I'm trying to manage just traveling through the airport, getting on the plane, that kind of thing. And my wife is giving me more work to do.
What you mean by doing?
Buying stuff that you got, so now, so we're looking at the luggage weighing more, right? And then you got to go through the process to pay for the extra, which is, I guess, it's not a thing, but we don't need that.
Nah. Just a man.
We don't need that. Well, put that now. So then, the stuff that you say you gonna carry, you ain't gonna carry. I'm gonna carry.
Right.
Right. So just knowing that I got to, and I'm good. You're not gonna do that. You saying that, but what the reality is, when we actually walking through the airport and we doing all this other stuff, and you're not gonna carry this stuff. I'm gonna end up carrying this stuff. So let me just go ahead and let's get that out the way right now, and just come to the understanding that I'm gonna be the one that's carrying this, and I'll go ahead and pack it up, and I'll make that adjustment.
And my ain't
You're not
gonna.
gonna be with a woman who does not bring stuff to your life and from time to time, and it's uncomfortable, or as Jerry would like to say, it's unreasonable. It kind of goes with it, but as Jason said, they have to be unreasonable. Because what reasonable woman would want to put it with you, Bubba?
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Oh man. So this is probably going to be the last space we go into, and that is, what are our thoughts regarding women who are against mandatory DNA testing?
Is women against it?
Yes, there are women who don't want mandatory DNA testing.
Why?
I heard a young lady say there's more important things to worry about.
What?
There's more important things to worry about other than that. She
If
said,
this is my jet?
she said, we should be worried about stuff like taxes.
Girl.
Y'all worried about that.
Right? That's more important than
We can worry about two things at the same time. Nah, that's crazy. But I mean, a woman got the benefit of knowing automatically that that's her baby because she pushed it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there goes that. But
I think if you're gonna hold somebody responsible for something, you should allow them the right mandatory to just know.
Yeah.
I like it because
it's easy to be like, it's you, but like if we don't have no proof, like you can run a man through it, and we've seen examples.
Yeah.
Of like men that get ran through the ringer for 18
and sign
years.
the birth certificate, and the judge is like, hey,
it's not just something you
signed it, yeah.
DNA, and it's really not. And it's like, yo, is this fair? So like, what would be the difference if it's mandatory? If child support can be mandatory without it, maybe DNA should be mandatory.
I know. I like. It makes sense to me. It makes sense, bro. It makes sense to me because there's a lot of, for one of you, the government always looking for ways like where they don't have to subsidize, you know what I'm saying, what the motherfucker got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So from their standpoint, it makes perfect sense because, okay, now you getting all these benefits because you don't know who this dude is or whatever the case may be, they gonna come up with it. But there's a lot of men out there. I have a homeboy who found out that his son wasn't his after he had been raising him for 8 years. And it was because...
Do you go visit him?
Huh?
You go visit him
No.
now?
No. He completely parted ways with the jit.
Right.
But he was a good dad, right? And something happened with the girl. She was so arrogant that she decided she wanted more money than he was already contributing. Mm-hmm. So she went to go put him on child support. And they do give you the option to take a paternity test when that happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he went and did it. And he found out after taking care of that boy for 8 years that it wasn't his kid. Mm-hmm. I think the kid was even named after him. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he took it on the chin like a man do, but like we'll never know how much that devastated him because he didn't show us, like, right. You know what I mean, or be vulnerable about it, but we could only imagine. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because the jit even kind of looked like him. Yeah. So it was crazy. They walking up the street and they kind of like walking the same, and it was crazy. Like we would have never thought that wasn't his jit, man. That was not his jit, man.
Yeah, some things osmosis though too.
Yeah, for sure.
Nurtured. So there's a I apologize. I think
That's like a horror story.
the guy who has I apologize. There's a platform. We need to talk. I believe that is Alan Obi.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way he approaches things when he does this show. But he said that he's from Nigeria. He said he was doing an interview. He was talking to someone, and the guy said, the guy was trying to bring his family from Nigeria to the States. And when they did the DNA test, because they have to do that as part of the process, he said he found out that the man that he thought was his father was not his father.
Mm.
So of course, this is going to interfere with him being able to get the man he thought was his father into the United States because it's not your daddy.
Man.
He said not only was that young man not the father, but none of his siblings were from that man.
International.
This man fathered 5 children, raised them there, and they weren't his. And now all of them, the mama and the kids, if they so choose, can come to the United States, but he can't.
Damn.
Because he's not the daddy.
What I tell you?
Listen, again, listen.
No.
I've said this before, and I'm going to probably say it again. Is that I think it's fair to say that generally speaking, men see women as this magnificent being. And at the same time, women don't see us as people. Like we don't have feelings. There's things about us that should not be taken into consideration. While at the same time, everything about them should be taken into consideration. Right? So I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that's the thing. So moving forward, you should know, okay, this is the thing. How do I manage my relationship with this woman that I want to be with? And how does she manage herself in a relationship with the man that she wants to be with, and we be together and actually be together moving forward? It's a challenge. One of my biggest disappointments in life was finding out that women were just as no good as men are. Right? I mean, I'm thinking, think about it. When you was a little boy, you didn't think girls did the kind of things that women do.
Right.
Right? We knew who we were, but we didn't know who they were.
Right.
And on top of everything else, we were told to treat them like what we imagined.
Right.
And then you look up, and that ain't your baby. And she knew there was a possibility that it wasn't yours. She had to know that it was a possibility that it wasn't yours.
Right.
But rather than be seen for who she really is, she'll allow the lie to live even at your expense.
Yeah.
What you think they choose, like the one they want to be with the most, or the one that got the most money? Or
Who knows, man?
Yeah,
It could be a number of reasons.
Yeah, you apply too much logic to it.
It could be a number of reasons. I mean,
I
she
think every
could be married. She
situation
could
will
be
be
married,
different.
and you might make more money than her husband, right? But that's her husband.
Yeah.
It's his kid.
Yeah, that's on paper anyway.
Yeah.
But it could be anything though. It's the same way.
Yeah, you don't know. It's situational.
It's like when you telling the story about the girl who had it all, just in your mind her butt was fake and her breast was a little tart. But
Yeah.
but
She
that
had it all, but it was too much.
Yeah, it was too much.
More than what she needed.
But that's the gas though, man. It's like that's why
I want all that. I want all this.
I ain't with all that.
things don't
It don't even.
things
move
don't
like-
fit.
Yeah, what's wrong with
the regular
one?
That's the fairy tale syndrome though. We think things are supposed to fit. If they don't fit, then there must be something wrong with that.
Yeah, but no, it's
That's
like,
always the case.
like her path led her to all this.
Yeah.
You just need to know that we are all good, bad, and ugly. And the person that you're going to be in a relationship with is agreeing to be in a relationship with you moving forward, based whatever the agreement is in terms of you moving forward. And they're agreeing to all that's good about you, all that's bad about you, and all that's ugly about you, and you're also doing the same thing. And then when it comes up, the best advice I can offer people is just to give the kind of grace that you would like to give. It might not be, you've been married 10 years, but it ain't your baby. But the idea that women don't want men to have a DNA test. It sounds uncaring to me.
They're taking it personal as an insult to the character.
It's right. Okay, get it, but it's uncaring to me.
Yeah, right.
Because you
don't exist in that moment.
Right.
In that space, you really are just a person that's insulting their character.
Right.
So it's not even about the fact that because it's like, how can you question me? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to call me a whore? Are you trying to say I'm the kind of woman that will sleep with other guys? I'm saying that I want to be absolutely sure that this is my child.
I'm saying you're human.
That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm just saying I just want to be 100% sure that this is my child before I invest all of my resources and time.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And
all that other stuff you creating.
And for you to...
Even if this is my child, shouldn't I know all this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
What? Is she a hoe and all that?
I mean, if we're talking about like getting a DNA test, we're talking about blood and traits and tendencies, and we're talking about what this child is gonna be. If this is my child, why I can't know this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I get all those arguments. That is what they're gonna put up, but it's revealing of their character as well. It's like, yo, if me asking this is crazy, I'm crazy for trusting you.
Right.
It's just wild. You're revealing, like it's all at the same time. Like you're showing me that, man, maybe I shouldn't trust you, dog.
Shakespeare says it like
I'm
this.
tripping.
Shakespeare says it like this. He was talking about something different, but he says it like this. If there's a 1% chance that you're going to do harm to me, there's a 100% chance that I'm going to do harm to you.
I don't think like that. That's how women think though. But
Right.
Drastic.
But yeah,
I saw your post. That was really cool. The post you put up when you saying
the lick back culture.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get my. I love you. I'm not trying to get my lick back.
Yeah, it's really, and there's so many artists just selling that. There's so many woman artists selling that, and they're trying to.
Shout out to Anthony Q. He got that.
I know a woman got a lick back.
Like that's normal.
Got pregnant.
Yeah.
I know a woman got a lick back, got pregnant, and been miserable for 20 years.
Like you hurt me, so I have to hurt you so bad on the way out, and I'm like, all you doing is just like
ruining yourself.
Yeah, pouring poison on your own soul.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like that Cardi B said, it's
a person you say did something that you despise, so you go and become a person you despise to prove what point exactly?
She didn't become a person.
Exactly, and I know that. And I know that. It's who you are.
That's who you are.
It just revealed you were just revealed to yourself.
Right.
But because you try to say I only did it because of them, man, shut up. If that's the case, then you have no idea who you are.
Right.
And you're just out here. You're not a person that I would like to be involved with anyway because you don't even have any sense of self.
Yeah.
You just going off basically saying, "Oh, you treat me good, I'll treat you good." You just performative.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you treat me bad, I'm gonna show you.
Don't change.
You gonna feel me.
Don't change. Music is amazing to me. I love what music can do. Music Soul Child, the song Don't Change. He says, I'll do all these things and do all these things
Just
and
as
I'll do
long.
all these things just as long as you don't change. You won't do these
Just
things.
as long as your love don't change.
Yeah.
He ain't say as long as you don't change, just as long as your love don't change.
Which is wild to me. All right, I heard you. So
Oh yeah, he was selling a big fantasy in that. He said, "I'll make sure that I'll be everything you need."
right, just as long as
Yeah, I'll be sure that I'll be everything you need. Is crazy work.
right.
Because life doesn't work like that.
That whole thing didn't make
That's a
sense.
task.
You feel me? Everything you need.
He lied the first line. I'm not impressed. Yes, you are. That's kind of the point. It's supposed to be impressive.
He might have cooked a little bit with that because I don't have no celebrity crush.
If Tika's something to walk through, he gonna be on her.
I never had a celebrity crush.
That's my baby, man.
Bro, come on, man.
Tim's is fun.
Regine.
Nah, it'd be some fun with me, but I never been like, ooh, I'm in like low key in love with a woman who I know nothing about.
Oh, nah.
You know what I'm saying? I just seen her and she looks good, cool.
Yeah, but you could be like, that's a nice ass on her. Person don't mean you infatuated.
Oh yeah. Now she might be fine, you know what I'm saying? But it's just so many fine black women, bro. It's a privilege.
Hey, it's so
Being a black man is lit, bro.
Black women is
Yeah,
so
everybody
only have to choose one.
Any function you go to, it's just, they're just out there, bro. Their skin is clear.
You might be the married one that let you
Yeah.
And
choose.
there's gonna be one that's kind of like you.
Yeah, they got real hair. They like them. They in the gym now. It's like, yeah,
we
shit.
in a good era right now.
Yeah. For the single brothers on the track, you know what I'm saying?
Now look, I be telling all those music soul child lies too.
Like I be telling them, I be like, when y'all be saying this, the swimming pool, the dating pool got pee, and I'm like, it's not like that for us.
Nah.
Yeah, it's not.
Like we can walk 10 feet and meet a sister that's like got her shit together. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to see what time it is with me.
I understand the difference, but yeah.
But see, but does it ring true that for the women it's the dating pool is pissing?
I take that.
It's what they choosing. I'm always like, that's just what you're saying. But the thing is, you already convinced yourself that blue collar brother that's pulling in that 75 after taxes, it's only this much, and so you make more than him because you $200,000 in debt from these degrees you got.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't qualify for you to bring around and show off. You know, like, so you already told yourself this. No, what's got Pete in the swim is a pool that you're checking for.
It's your pool.
Yeah, which is the 10% of so-called guys that the 90% of y'all all want. So they having their way with y'all because you throw out your morals, you throw out your standards, you throw out everything you say online that a dude gotta do. When you meet one of these guys, oh, he's 6 feet tall, he dark skinned with the broad shoulders, he got perfect teeth, he don't have no kids. He having his way with y'all.
Yeah, you can't
because y'all throwing yourself at him, and now you don't want to share. Because society told you that this is the person that you need to, or even innately, you were told
What do
this
you
is the person
mean,
you need
man?
to
They're
breathe
all
with.
sharing.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
They say they don't want to, but they doing it.
But they're saying
So
it's got
like,
P in it because this brother won't be monogamous.
It don't gotta be. When
Then
these
why
single
would
niggas
it
hanging
be?
out.
When y'all throwing yourself at
30 of
him
y'all.
and throwing every moral you claim to have out on the first night.
You want a man that's disciplined and you not disciplined. Like that, like the mirror is just uncomfortable. It's not the dating pool. The mirror.
Yeah, it be like she don't like you. When them dudes be online talking about, he's gonna be talking about I gotta do this, I gotta do. We be like, it be grown men over there like, bro, she doesn't like you.
Yeah, like that's not true, man.
Yeah.
I never have to.
You don't have to spend. You don't have to take her here if she likes you, bro. You don't. You can take her to the ice cream shop. Y'all can just walk around Lake Eola. She's gonna be in bliss because she likes you.
Right.
All this you gotta impress me crap, bro. That she don't like you, bro. She's trying to get you to sell her on the reason why she would forego all these perceived options to be with you.
Right.
I remember once
Just silly.
a young lady going out on a date with a guy, and the babysitter she had cancer, and she was somebody that I messed with from time to time. And I said, don't worry about it. I'll watch the kid. She went on to the date. I'm on the couch with one of the kids. They on the other end. I'm on the other end asleep. She come to the house. He want me to leave. She nah.
I watched them or something.
He sleep. I ain't sleep. But
Yeah.
you sleep. I'm not gonna wake him up. He's watching the kids so we can go out. And as soon as she closed the door and locked him out, she woke me up. So we put the kid in the bed and we went to bed.
Yeah.
Nah, man, these women, they be out there having drinks in the
Listen,
food
man,
section, and then they
you
call
need-
you when they leaving the club. Where you at?
You need to know.
You know what I'm saying?
You need to be the
Yeah, you know I'm home.
Yeah, you need to be able to recognize if she like
I'm
you.
at home with a pizza. That's what you trying to get to. Like you done did all that bullshit that you can put on the gram
For
tomorrow.
real, oh, you had lamb chop? That's cool.
Big piece.
Oh man, that jump is
But
like.
I would like to, I do like to, time to time, share with women that the things that they think was going to keep them in a safe space, that doesn't do that. And your standards are one of those things that does not do that. Your standards actually work against you, especially when you share them with the man.
Yeah.
If you let him know what your standards are,
Give me the playbook.
he's going to use them to gain access to the very thing that you think that you're denying him.
And this is the exact dude that you don't want.
Right,
Right.
right. The con man cannot
Yeah.
con you
Yeah.
unless you agree
Yeah.
to participate in the con.
Cause I ain't gonna do that. If I know I can do all this just to get you real quick, like I'm not gonna do that because of my own integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But this brother over here,
Yeah, he might be with whatever.
and now your guard up because all you done let all these dude niggas put your head through the headboard.
Right.
That because they presented just in the way you said,
Yeah.
society told them. So many black women online said, "This is how I want a man to
I
present."
like this.
Because the older you get, the older you realize that as a man, you realize that you don't have to lie to a woman.
No.
At all.
Like she gonna decide what she ever think the truth is anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My mama told me that when I was in 11th grade.
Most of them already looked at
You
you and
got
already
lied to a
decided
baby.
what they was gonna do with you.
Yeah.
They already had it in their mind. They trying to figure out a way now to set it up to where where it looks like you're the one that pursued them because their ego still needs at least that leverage in the conversation that you came towards me. But really, she had been watching you and she set up a trap for you to pursue her so she
Right.
can be like, "Oh, you got me."
Right.
And it's like, bruh, she wired all this.
Right.
And you learn that as you get older.
Yeah,
You know
this is
what I'm saying?
humor. It just be
Or you
humorous.
got some people to give you game,
Yeah, it's
to
like-
put the game in your ear when you're young. You know, which a lot of brothers don't. And then just the same way, a lot of these brothers end up being bitter, just like these women end up being bitter because, you try to tell these women, a lot of brothers start off as a lover boy. You start out as a dude that want to bring flowers, that want to get the candy gram for your girl in high school, and then you see her leaving with the dude that ain't even in school no more, with the rims,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh man, okay,
I see what's going on.
this is what's going on. Oh, all y'all want the captain of the football team? All y'all?
Yes.
Y'all know it's only one of him.
And he's gay.
But so then you like, all right, cool, I get it. The TV told me y'all wanted a sweet guy. The movies told me you wanted a sweetheart, but you really don't.
Ralph Trampan said you want a man with sensitivity.
A man like me. All right. So then you would
But Bobby
adapt.
Brown sold 10 million records.
So then you adapt because you sitting here online posting what type of man you looking for, but yet and still now when you posting your crushes, it's always like some dope boy rapper that's talking about shooting and shit.
Yeah.
It's Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing against Kodak, but bro, like from the trenches. But you saying you want a man who open doors and do this and do that, and Kodak talking crazy.
They
He's
want,
talking crazy. So it's like,
they wanted,
No.
the reality is, and I get it, the reality is they want it all.
man, they don't know what they
But,
want.
but the reality is nobody can have it all.
They don't. A lot of them don't know what they want, and that's when I talk to my homegirls. I be like, you just need to come to terms with. You need to trust life. If you pray, whatever is spirituality you believe in. Because at one point, I reached a point in my life where I said, okay, all this, I think I know what I want, and I know what I want in life. This where it got me. So you know what? I'm gonna just trust life, the powers that be, that y'all know what I want, what I need. Not what I want. Y'all know what I need better than I do.
Right.
So I'm gonna let it go that way. Because me thinking I know what I want is getting me running into a brick wall every goddamn time.
Yeah.
And you keep on having to type, oh, I gotta, okay, where has that got you? So then when I did that, when I let it go, I did start meeting more women that was turning me into the right direction and giving me more clarity on who I am and what I desire and what works for me.
Why is it in society women think single is bad and men be like single is good? Why is that?
Because it's the clock that women on to be, legitimized as the woman, depending on. So you got the extremes now, because you got the women that want to be legitimized as being valued by being, committed to by a man, and then you got the women who got their own traumas or their own or whatever they came up in. That's like, oh, we're decentering men. I don't need to be legitimized by a man, which I agree. You don't need to be that. I just think naturally that we are here to be together. Right. But the programming is selling on to you like somehow wanting to be with a man means you don't love yourself or you don't know yourself, or, I had a woman telling me all about her idea of having a child and, oh, I don't need a man to be there. I just need a donor to have my kid, and and I can this and that. And I'm like, I'm like, you don't picture a man being. I mean, it doesn't. If it doesn't have to be that way, I'm not like, why are you? It's something in your mind that gave you a reality where you said, I'll be fine just having a kid without a man.
Right.
And we'll just travel the world and I'll make money and we don't need any of that. Like, there's so much of misinformation in your mind that you don't think your child needs a father. Right. That is terrifying.
Yeah, okay. Because the idea that your child needs you in its life every day, but the child doesn't need him in his life every day. You've been brainwashed to devalue men. It's insane.
Yeah, you've been brainwashed to put the lowest amount to little to no value on a man.
Yeah.
And it's like, in that moment, of course, I got compassion for you because I know you didn't choose that on your own. But somebody sold that to you and you don't even realize that that's your religion, just like a person that's in church every Sunday.
You just went to buy that cake and you came out smiling without the cake that you wanted when you went in.
Yeah, it's like, when you see all these pictures of these women taking photo shoots with their kids and there's no man there.
Yeah.
And the women be up under it like, I know that girl, yeah, girl, who you doing it, girl? And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, what? I'm the type, man, I want to take a picture with my kids with their mama, even though we ain't together.
Right.
Well,
because you're super important to my child's development.
Absolutely.
And me and my life, period. Like that.
But I've seen where those women like kind of be learning like, and then they change what they want, and they're like, they do want him in there, but now he's not. You chose somebody.
He's no longer available.
You chose somebody who wasn't going to be available anyway, because that's what you kept saying anyway.
Yeah.
Because you never went to see who you go see.
Yeah, man, I know people who've done this, man. Sometimes it's like just by design, by what they seen. Like,
yeah, for sure.
If your grandma was like that and your mama was like that, and then they had you, and mama grew you up like that, then
they'll resonate women
same thing.
To like
so
not
now it's like,
need men or not focus on having a man, and they don't.
And it all
they think they're protecting them from what they went through.
One man slid, and then all of them taught the rest of them to look for that.
It's
and
not
now
that
you look for a man who's not going to be around because he didn't want him around.
Right.
Because that's what you were accustomed.
It's not that they don't need men. They don't need. It's not that they don't. It's not that they don't need a man in their life on a permanent basis. It's that. I want to say this correctly. So they need men. They don't need that man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's a good way.
Yeah,
to
you
say
don't
it.
need this villain. You're focused on a man automatically as a villain.
Right, and you're counting on the other men that are not that man to make the world to be what you need it to be, so that you can move and do whatever it is that you need to do. Right? Something simple. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it was like, and the guy was trying to give me this. I said, listen, we're kind of going back and forth, and he was trying to get an understanding of why they don't understand. I said, you don't get to understand. I said, every morning that I know that me and my wife are leaving the house together, I get up, there's 2 spider webs that happen every night. And every morning that we walk out the house, I walk these routes that go to the passenger door of the car, and I remove the spider webs out of my wife's pathway. She doesn't even know those spiders exist.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so what I'm saying to you is, you gotta understand that that's kind of how you have to move. You have to just remove these things out of her path, move these obstacles out of her way.
World for her.
Right, because if my wife get a spider web on her, she's going to feel the spider on her all day. Right? So even if I'm driving,
If you say something about it,
She don't realize when y'all out and about. She don't realize when you sitting facing the door.
Yeah.
She don't realize how you scanning the perimeter for everything. She don't realize how when you driving, you're looking like a quarter mile up the road.
Yeah.
She doesn't even see any of that, and you don't need for her to see it.
right? Cause you're cool with that.
That's what you doing.
You're cool with that. You know, making her life better, making her not be concerned about things that she doesn't necessarily have to be concerned about. That's the thing.
Like we present in 2 different ways.
Right.
Like I'm so present with our surroundings that you could just be present in this moment and like be in your softness.
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, they don't even be present in the moment. Like they worried about, why you keep looking over there? Why you keep looking?
Yeah, that's another thing.
I mean,
That's
when I be around, they don't even be thinking about. They don't even think about none of that. You sit right here, and they don't even be thinking about. They be looking at the menu. They be, when they turn their brain off. That's what they say. When I'm with you, I turn my brain off.
Oh.
I'll be like, bitch, think. You know, turn your brain off. That don't make me feel like a man. I want you to think.
Okay.
But what they saying is, if you wasn't around, but they'll be overthinking all day long.
Yeah.
It is. In my experience, and this is my opinion. I do pretty good at saying this. This is my opinion. It's not work I've done. That is challenging for women to actually be present.
Yeah.
They're either in the past or in the future.
Right.
But being present.
Or just in a reality that ain't even there. It's not even. It's just a scenario that they created
But
in their
to
mind.
them, that's the future. That's
Fair.
that's when it become a problem. Is like that was never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like 90-some% of what people worry about every day is never gonna happen.
Never gonna
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely.
Because women do this thing where they conclude something that it didn't equal that. So you did this, so that must mean this. How did you get that? No.
The imaginary.
Like one time somebody broke into my car. Right? So the door was open, right? I mean the trunk was open. So I come in the house and I go, babe, you been in my car? Somebody broke my car, I think. And she goes, you think I'll break in your car? And I was like, no. You're the only one who has access to my car without my permission. So if you didn't do it, somebody broke into it.
Right.
I can't believe you think I was breaking into your car.
Crazy, man.
By the way,
listening.
Jeremy's writing a book that's called
Women are unreasonable.
Okay.
I got a million stories like that.
All right. I want to thank you, gentlemen, again. The next time we're going to do a show is December 14th, and it's going to be something different, something special, because we're going to have a group of women that's going to talk to a group of men on various topics. And they got, I want to thank, for the folks out there who have sent me questions to ask Jason. Questions for me to ask Jeremy.
Oh, for real? That's what's up.
Questions for me to ask Bubba and Devin. These questions are specifically for you. And we had some men who gave some special questions for Dila, Octavia, Renette, and Eddie. So this is going to be fun. December 14th is when we're scheduled to do that show. We'll get the time to you soon, but look out for that. This is Coach Rudy on behalf of the men of the Brotherhood, Manhood, Fatherhood Conversation Series. I want to say thank you for joining us, and good day.
Appreciate y'all boys.
Oh man, please.
And Dion ain't do nothing wrong.
My sweet little Dion.
Oh.
That was tight work, Bubba.